Hi, my name's Ethan Lawrence.
This is Jesse Leach from Killswitch Engage.
Hi, I'm Scotty Wartooth.
Hi, my name's Sean Smith.
Hi, my name is Desha Kiva.
This is Ryan McCombs from the band Soil.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is the Wage and Cage and Lash LaRue.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week we are bringing you very special and returning guests. This week's guests are returning from an interview we did all the way back in September 2022. An interview that led us to never being able to hear Wheels on the Bus without cracking up laughing since. Today they join us to discuss the band's incredible debut record, Modern Era, and much more, as we welcome back Tony Marais, Harry Jennings, and Luke. I lost your surname on the thing. I'm going to edit it in to find you. Won't even know.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
And Luke Genders for the Chronicles of Defects 2.
Boom.
Back
You got one up on John
You know
Mahon.
what? We'll mark that as
Back.
I'll mark that as a connection issue, mate. That's fine. And
That's what it was.
Lukey G.
Lukey G, baby. Sticky boy.
It's just a shit tear on your face when you can find
I was
it.
like, shit, I forgot your surname.
No, that's fine. It's because John Mahon actually fucking shouted me out on Kerrang Radio in the middle of the day and he pronounced my fucking name wrong. So I was like, I need to
How
go
did
into
he pronounce it wrong?
No, I'm going to make a guess right now. Luke Genders.
Yeah, mate, he did me like a fucking my school teacher did. He was like, "Oi, Genders, get here!" Felt like I was being told off on the fucking radio.
Oh,
Mate.
John.
Mad, yeah, it did me.
Sorry, I'm
Naughty
going
job.
to carry on. Sorry.
How have I mean? We already know how Harris is, but with the old Nana's one, how have all your personal Mondays been?
They've been good. Good, yeah. I mean, I just do the same thing pretty much every day. I do a bit of workout, a bit of music writing, family life, that kind of thing.
Rocket League.
Rocket League, yeah. Rocket League. I mean,
I saw you just sign in.
I'll be honest with you, right? I made like a couple of really good shots with Luke the other day, but then I went on there and I was having a bad time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of it. And then I think it's been
Did you
about
bin
a
it?
week and I've just reinstalled it. It's been enough time.
Did you bin it?
So much effort to do that though. Just turn it off.
Yeah.
I know, but I feel more like I feel like more of a, how would I put it? Like there's more like,
It's a bit more personal when you go, fuck off my console.
And you just get rid of something and you're just like, yeah, it fucking serves you right, even though it's a fucking game.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Like, yeah.
So
I got the one up because
Yeah, get this, Harry. This is regular.
Wait, so you uninstalled it because you lost?
Nah, it weren't just losing. There's a mixed bag of things that you just couldn't comprehend, Harry. All right.
That's what I'm getting from it.
I feel like that was a video.
Sweaty noobs, shit shots.
Smurfs, mate.
So what happens when you lose it like Uno? So how do you
Rip the cards
uninstall
off.
Uno?
You don't uninstall. You uninstall yourself from the game. You just get up and
A
leave.
metaphorical uninstalling.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was a video game like version of just slamming the door on your way and like, fuck you. I don't care.
Mate, and I feel
Yeah,
so good afterwards. That's exactly why I did the Rocket League thing. Obviously, then I regret it because I'm like, well, then I've got to re-download it and I look like a moron. But then no one knows. And then the first thing I do is I fucking tell everyone here.
Yeah.
You idiot.
Yeah, no one would
It
have
was
ever
never
known.
supposed to come out.
No one would have ever known. You could have taken that to your grave, mate.
I should have. Okay, this has turned into a therapy session. I'm a bad loser. I hate losing, especially in Rocket League. I'm sure you know how it is on Rocket League. You get a load of smurfs. You feel like you should have won.
No, mate, I play real games.
And your teammate scores 4 own goals. He's fucking amazing at being a shit player.
You on about me?
Huh?
You on about me as your teammate?
Hey, you actually scored some really good goals. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Actually, you did the own goal the other day, didn't you? I didn't do any own goal. You did the fucking own goal.
I did. Yeah. It was quite stylish, actually.
Oh, I'm glad you admitted it because I saved it.
I will insert that clip here. No.
Yeah, man, I'll send it you.
How's your day been, Luke?
All right, mate. All right. Just been on the grind, just working. Yeah, I've had a shitty cold for a week, so I've just been a bit dead. So, and my ears have been blocked, so I haven't been able to fucking mix and do all the fun shit, which, yeah, that was my plan tonight. And then Harry messaged me and he was like, yeah, do you want to jump on this? So I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, let's just all talk bollocks for
Yeah.
2 hours. Would be great.
Yeah.
How about you, Harry?
I literally, as I said to you guys before, I finished my last Zoom, which ended at 5 to 8. Then my elderly grandmother lives in like an annex
Okay.
in the house, and she's 95, and she knows more about rock and metal than I do. Like her favorite band is Boston Manor. Like,
Okay.
bizarre. Yeah, I mean,
Superb.
yeah, it's mental. Young Guns, Boston Manor, and Kids in Glass Houses are like her 3 favorite bands.
Can she play drums?
I think she did the drums on the album, mate.
Yeah. I actually don't write anything. It's all her.
Yeah.
I take credit because she can't fight me back on. No, God love her, but I have to go in there when the sun goes down and draw all the curtains and stuff and make sure she's like she's eating and stuff like that. So it gave me enough. I was like, bang, can't stay. Sorry, I can't. I'll come in later for a cup of gran. I'm sorry. But yeah, standard Monday really. Get up, grind, feed my daughter, and I am one of those guys that references my pet as my child.
Oh, fair.
I'd kill for that fuzzy little prick. I mean, she sucks. She's a really bad cat. Like, she doesn't know how to be a cat, but she's mine.
I've never seen, by the way, sorry, Harry, I've never seen you with that cat before, and it really does look like you could be like a proper pro fisherman. For some reason.
Mate.
I'm getting that kind of vibe. Like, you could catch a really big carp.
Then I was like,
So did I, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean,
you look like an unemployed crocodile hunter.
I mean, yeah, I look like one right now, I have to say, but I mean, I got it.
What does it say on the hat? Sorry,
it's Bass Pro Shops, isn't it?
Bass Pro Shops.
So it is a fishing hat.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
It's
All right.
basically right. It's Bass
So
Pro
I'm
is like a massive. I'm surprised you didn't come across it when you're in America. It's like a massive hunting warehouse shop in America, and these hats have kind of become like a fashion thing now. Like, so when I went there a couple of years ago, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to get it because they look cool. But yeah, it's the most mental building I've ever been in. You walk in and it's designed as a giant like log cabin, but it's a warehouse.
Yeah.
And you walk in and they've got a massive aquarium just in the middle with like stuffed bears and antelopes and elks and shit just like around it with massive fish in it, like catfish and shit. And then in one section, you've got like all Carhartt and all that shit. Another, you've got like food, and then you've got the guns, like the fucking hunter rifles and shit. But then, yeah, it's basically like what we would call a farm shop.
Okay.
But with guns and hunting equipment. So
They
it's got
ride on lawnmowers and shit in it.
Yeah, it's got like local produce in it from wherever the shop is, and then they'll like have kids hunting section because that's what we should be doing, isn't it? And then kids guns and stuff like that, like tiny little hunter rifles, and they sell BB guns alongside them and stuff that are like based on the models they actually sell in the gun cabinets. And honestly, I've never felt so confused walking around somewhere because they've also got in there, you know those things you can put in trees that are like chairs, basically, where like perches for hunting.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have basically whole ass oak trees in the middle of this shop to showcase these hunting perches in the gun section. So you've got like these giant oak trees just in the middle of the shop. Like, it's just, I'm telling you, it's the most confusing. As a Brit going in there, it's the most confusing fucking thing I've ever been in. But sick hat though, bro. So.
I feel like what I've just said has backfired completely. Like we went down like memory lane for you. You actually are a pro fisherman, aren't you? Fucking hell.
I mean, look. What I will say is the fishing equipment in there was top dollar. I've never fished in my life, but I checked that shit.
I didn't expect you to come out with that. To be fair, I thought you'd be like, "Oh, what this hat?" And then that was going to be the end.
Nah, like I actually.
I just got schooled on fishing. Like literally, I just got fucking.
Well, the last time I was in America, I was like, I'm seeing this for myself, and I'm getting a hat, and that's what I did. I spent $30 in an Uber getting there and back. So,
for that hat,
for a hat that cost me $20. So round trip was about
round trip,
for the cap. So
Fuck. Do you not get one online?
And I never wear it.
Oh,
Get one
hilarious.
online.
I fucking never wear it.
That was such
It
a
was
subtle
so-
dig, Luke. I love it.
Yeah. Get one online.
You've
Like,
never heard of Amazon
This-
Prime?
I bet, yeah, fucking hell, mate. I bet they got one on
This is
fucking Shein or Temu for like £4, and it's like £12 or some shit.
Mate, it's the lore though, man. It's the story that you can tell. You know what I mean? It's all
You've
about
got that.
experience.
You've got that.
Yeah, and it's travelled 3,000 miles to sit here in Solihull.
Be analysed by all
the
each
podcast,
night.
mate.
I love it.
It
Getting
got
some
more
screen
thinking,
time.
damn, he's going to go fishing and he's going to hunt some elk and some. Nah,
Nah.
you just sat in my bedroom in Birmingham, mate. Sorry.
It sounds like one of those stories where it's like, I went to here and all I got was this hat.
Pretty much. Oh, I got a cool
You've got
Carhartt
anything.
t-shirt though. So, the Carhartt stuff was super cheap in there because they sell it for as what it's supposed to be, like hunting apparel. So you can get
Yeah, not some designer thing.
yeah. So if you tried to get a Carhartt shirt in London, it would be like 40 to 50 quid, but out there it's like $15. So
Nice.
Love it.
who's laughing now, boys?
To be fair, I'm just going to shut up now. I was just trying to make it subtle.
I got
little
a story
dig,
for everything, mate. Come at me.
And then you've just come out and said basically you are a pro fisherman and whatever.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. The only time I've tried to fish, I got nada. I got nothing.
When
And
I tried to fish,
And I got stung by a jellyfish one
free.
time as well.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, had to piss
Hate
on myself.
that.
Right.
Yeah, my brother pissed on my leg when I fucking got stung by one of them.
Yeah,
I
but
had nothing in the tank.
but you loved every second of it.
Oh,
Oh, make it stop.
memories.
Anyway, yeah,
Anyway.
my Monday was great. Thanks.
Hey, that's what we'll talk about. But no, you guys have been rather busy since we last spoke. It was like 2 years ago. You've been a part of some really cool projects. You've been playing a shit ton of gigs and obviously the debut album, which we'll talk about in a bit. But first thing I want to talk about was Download Festival, because it looks like you guys had a hell of a year at Download this year. How was that?
That was mad. Like
Fucking silly, wasn't it?
honestly, mad. I mean, the we were lucky and unlucky because it obviously started raining, but then if it weren't for Max turning up with the van to get us to stage, we would have gone on like we'd been like underwater. It was that bad. But the gig itself, like we were surprised because like we didn't know if people would be able to commute to the stage because it was such heavy rain. And then by the time we were on, it was literally a full tent. We couldn't believe it. Like there was
And we got moved, didn't we? So we was just like, we got moved up as well, didn't we? So we were just, shit, is there anyone going to know about
really
that?
lucky with that. We got treated really well. And yeah, we saw a few things online saying that people wanted to come and see us play and stuff. But then actually seeing that packed out for us was just like fucking hell.
But I think the main thing about it though was the fact that it stopped raining halfway through our set and it didn't thin out.
And it was still packed, yeah.
And it was still packed.
People
So
were so engaged and loving the set. And yeah, I obviously like going into the crowd. We were told that we couldn't do anything like that. So for us, it was a little bit held back in terms of what we wanted to do, but we still made the most out of like playing on I love the wide stages. They're really, really cool. So we utilised that. We're fucking moving about like blue ass flyers up there and just having a lot of fun, really. A lot of people were singing the words back as well. This year has...
Yeah, that was the crazy bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, like where, we're really starting to see that fan base grow. And everyone's starting to sing it back and they're passionate about the lyrics and they're starting the pits. They know where to start the pits and stuff. And a lot of crowd surfing as well this year. So it's been like a real like change this year. It's gone like bang and everyone's getting involved now.
That's awesome. Obviously, that album has really connected with people then because like all the feedback I've seen, at least, also we'll talk about it properly in a bit, has been absolutely incredible. So for all them people to seek you out, especially during that shitty weather, bucket fair play.
That's it. And it was really overwhelming, man. Like, we just love making music. We want to obviously connect with people. We make music for ourselves as well, ultimately, and first and foremost. And if people do connect with that, that is a massive bonus to us. And to see that actually in motion at Download this year, and grass pop as well. You know, like going from all the festivals we played.
That was something, wasn't it?
Unbelievable, and we just wanted to keep growing and growing and release more music that people can relate to. You know, want to get to the point where I, you know, can point the mic out and everyone's singing like a bloody choir at that point. You know, that's the dream.
I'd love to hear how Defects sound like a choir. That'd be unbelievable.
The world's on the bus. You know your cue.
You've heard of this one before, boys. I mean,
This one's a really old one.
yeah, really fucking old.
But obviously, you mentioned about going out into the crowd. Obviously, you got to that grass pop, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
the grass pop was like there was enough guards there to kind of like, you know, escort us.
I think Europe just has a few more lack health and safety procedures, to be honest.
Well, the main security guy had the shits or something, didn't he? And apparently, this is what I got
I forgot
told.
about that, yeah.
He apparently had the shits or something, and he's like very militant, and he wouldn't have let us do it. But luckily, he was stuck in a portaloo somewhere, pissing out his. So we got in there and sent it.
Yeah,
Right,
that was
yeah.
Fucking
It
brilliant.
was really good. That's the thing. Everything's getting bigger, and like the engagements getting bigger as well, and a lot of people are just enjoying it. You know, the difference is now is like we've kind of like planted our feet on the ground in the metal scene. As you know, when we were first starting 2 years ago, there was a lot to prove, and there still is that. We're in the proving grounds, right? And we're going through that like every band. But when we first launched, it's like no one knew the music and everyone was just there to listen, I think, at the start. But now people can have more fun. And that's where it gets interesting. It gets good for us too, you know, to be able to enjoy
Makes
that.
it a lot more it makes it a lot more. Well, no. I mean, look, it's still enjoyable playing live. Like, look, it's what we all do, you know. Like when we
No, absolutely. But I mean, what I mean is like, it evolves as.
Oh yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I mean, like, it takes it to that next level.
Yeah.
Like when I remember on the headline shows we did in the album launch,
Yeah.
the crowd was louder than Tony.
Yeah.
In Dream Awake,
which
which was mental, you know, like which was crazy, and I think it's just inspired us on this next album to write more things that people can, you know, sing back at us, you know, because that's feeling.
I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot of belters, even, you know, on the next album. Like we're obviously writing always behind the scenes anyway, and we're excited to you know, take you on the next adventure with us, because it's got what, you know, the first album has and then some, you know. So yeah,
little
really
niblets.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're over halfway done with it as well, which is mental. So
Fuck off.
Yeah. That's the thing, you know.
The boys have got to have the exclusive, man. Come on.
Halfway in terms of like, you know, where we're at. We've got half the tracks done that we're like, yeah, this could be the thing for this next album, and then we've got like piles and piles of stuff that we're going to work on as well. So it's like luckily we're never short of ideas, because we're always trying to keep, you know, always trying to keep it flying. Oh, that's the original. That is. That's the
OG, mate. OG. I can't turn my fucking camera on. I'm an absolute spanner. I was asleep in COVID.
That there was like my granddad trying to figure out how to use a phone there. Like,
FaceTime with the ear.
Are you sure you don't have Microsoft Excel on that phone?
What are you doing?
No, it's that whole when they're like. So,
using their finger as a pen.
Yeah, what are you doing? Like literally, what are you doing? Use your thumb, bro.
Got the Squint Eastwood eyes going on.
Squint Eastwood.
That's brilliant. That's fucking brilliant.
Stay with that.
You know what the title of this interview is. But you've obviously been out on tour with Mice and Men as well, twice, I believe.
Yeah.
And Culture.
2 times a lady, baby.
And yeah, so I mean, how was all that? Began out in Europe, and I saw a video. I don't know. I think it might have been you, Luke. I wasn't sure, but someone had a megaphone and was like, "The next train arriving."
Tony and Benny.
Yeah,
I can't help myself.
That was Luxembourg, wasn't it?
Hilarious.
Yeah. We were just like
People just
going
like
around this megaphone.
so childish, but fucking hell, it's funny.
With what, mate?
It was so childish, but it was fucking funny.
That's what happens when you've got a little bit of time to yourself, right? You just on sound check and then you find a megaphone. I mean, if you do anything that's considered sensible with it, you're an idiot. So
Yeah, what are you going to do?
The thing is, Benny's one of
Put
those.
it down. Oh, no.
No, but Benny took it to the next level because basically where that venue is in Luxembourg, it's by one of the main train stations, like there's the fence and you can see the tracks. So he was going, the train has been cancelled. And you could see all the people on the platform going,
Yeah,
the boards and their phones and stuff. I was like, Benny, man, stop it. You're messing with a whole ass country's infrastructure right now. Like, it's just... Like,
It's really funny.
He's a fucking menace, isn't he?
He's a menace, bro.
He is a menace.
When we was moving the van round, Benny was on the roof with me.
Yeah.
And,
Oh shit! Yeah,
got out, we were like, "Please move away from the loading bay, as your vehicle may be clamped without warning," kind of thing. And literally looking up, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, and you just see Benny just peering from the rooftop.
What I love about this, like, obviously, it's in Luxembourg. Why are they having British announcements?
Exactly that, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, so that would be the first, like, fuck.
They don't have national rail there, is that?
Oh, that was phenomenal. I had to watch it back a couple of times just because I enjoyed it so much.
That's the thing. It's always a good time on tour. We never, like, as you know, we never take it too seriously. Like, we just like having fun and just being. It is like the in-betweeners on the road. Like, with the way that we all bounce off each other. We all take the piss.
That summer run was the one, though, wasn't it? The vibes were really good on that summer run.
Mate, yeah, definitely.
I actually
and that's the thing as well. Like, early days was all about, all right, we need to do this, this, and this, and we were always so focused.
Serious,
and now we're like more chilled out. We're being a bunch of mates on the road, and yeah, we're just enjoying it, and the shows are going well. You know, if anything happens, right, like, you know, things go down with tech, you know, stuff. We don't get like in a rut about it. You know, we don't get upset about it. Things happen. And I think we've all learned to let go and just be like, we're going to have moments like this. It's life, and let's just enjoy the ride, because we have our best moments too.
I don't know if I was going to ask, like, obviously being on tour so much recently, has that like brought you guys closer together as a band? But you
I hate every single one of them.
Yeah, everyone apart from Harry's fucking sick. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, everyone's cool, man. Just apart from Luke, he's a bit of a prick.
Mate, I said it first. You can't just turn it back like Uno reverse and stick me. Fuck you.
You know what happens though.
I'm
what
not
I will
that
say
happy,
is, no, we are all closer, but now it's like you know when you fuck with your siblings, it's that level. It's gotten to like a savage point where sometimes it's a bit like, I don't know if that's the line. You know what I mean? Like, we were
always setting the bar.
We had a day off after Grass Pop. Obviously, it was a free bar. Everyone was really thinking to go over the next day. And we booked this like really nice Airbnb. It was in a little town in Germany, about an hour away from the festival. And like, it was just it was a lovely day. And our tour manager had gone and got my mattress from my bed, and we had a little balcony. And all of a sudden, he's just appeared from the kitchen with my mattress to lie down outside on it. And I was like, brilliant, cool. And he didn't even put it back. It was just out there all day. So I've gone for dinner with a few of the guys, and I've got a message from Luke just saying, yeah, he's thrown your mattress over the balcony. So at this moment in time, I'm having a lovely meal. Like, I'm on a canal somewhere. I'm like, chill. I'm like, mate, I had the best day of my life yesterday. It was amazing. Get this text. I literally threw my money down and left. Missed dessert. That
was the first thing you said to me when you got back. You was like, "You fucking dickhead! I've missed dessert for this."
Yeah, I got in. So I banged on the door and like pretty much kicked it open. And Luke, our tour manager, and our sound guy just stood there waiting for me, just pissing themselves because they knew I'd have that reaction. Obviously, they hadn't done it, but I was just, oh mate, missed dessert, man. That's what
still
I was
angry about now,
mate. I'm a sweet guy. I like that. treats after a rich bolognese. So it pissed me off, that did. But
I'd say
yeah,
those kebabs
I
Saturday,
just want to let you
they're
know, just in case you feel like you missed out, right? You did.
yeah.
It was it was really.
Oh yeah, you were at dinner, weren't you? Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was.
mate.
It
I had such a good dessert, and I was pouring the amaretto shots over my ice cream.
Oh,
Amazing.
yeah,
You've been
yeah.
there.
No,
You've been there. Oh wait.
yeah, it was me, Tony, David, and Benny, and I was just like, because it was literally like next door
You
to
were
me.
pacing. I remember you were like really fucking
Mate,
pissed
I
off.
was ready to
anyone
like.
would be. If I got a phone call, I was like, yeah, your mattress has been
No,
thrown
it was because Max had said it.
Oh.
So I messaged Luke.
It nearly did get sent though, because me and him played What's the Odds? Someone chucks the mattress over the fucking balcony, but it didn't happen.
No, but you were a prick because you went along with it. Because I asked Max, I was like, he was like, yeah, I've chucked it. So I messaged you before replying to him, like, has he actually? And you replied to me, yeah, man, I'm sorry, I'm just going downstairs to get it now. and this is why. This is why I'm saying us being close is a bad thing, because I trust Luke. He's the one in the band that doesn't fuck with me, and that's gone out the window now. It's fucking off now.
Game on now.
You know what I mean? That's why I messaged Luke, because I was like, he ain't gonna bullshit me. So as soon as he told me he'd done it, I was like, he's fucking done it. He's done it. Like, he's taken it too far.
The only remorse and guilt I have is that you missed dessert. I couldn't give a fuck if the mattress went overboard, mate.
To be honest, I wish I would have just chilled out and had sweet vanilla ice cream. But you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn.
At least I know for next time, if I do pull that one again, I will just send the mattress. Oh, he's fucking with me.
Mate, I've got my ways. I've got my comebacks. Don't you worry.
Oh, I'm waiting, baby.
So I did want to talk about a really special event that you guys were a part of in Birmingham a few months ago, and I was there to see it. It's absolutely phenomenal, and that was the 1000 Light Show.
Yeah.
For those unfamiliar, what exactly was this? How was this pitched to you guys?
So I mean, at the time, before I really knew about the event, I'd just seen a few things here and there from Jack, a mate of mine, who's the guy who put on the event. And I just said to him, I said, "Can I just be a part of this?" I didn't know that they were doing this special stage setup or anything. I just want to be a part of it because of like the year that I've had has touched base on mental health and everything like that with friends, and even like personally, I've gone through a lot, and I'm sure I'm not the only one like here in saying that. So it was one of those things where I wanted to be a part of something to address mental health, and especially something like this, a charitable event that would put money into something like this. I thought that would be amazing. And then we ended up getting a cool opportunity to be a part of it on the stage, sharing the stage with some of my peers, and playing Linkin Park songs, which, you know, my favourite band. You know, I wouldn't exist as a musician without them. So it was an incredible event. So much money was raised for charity in honour, you know, of mental health, and obviously it was a way to come together over everyone's old favourite band, which at the time wasn't back. And it was a really nostalgic, emotional event for everyone. And everyone had like their own little conversations touching base on mental health. It brought everyone together. It was a really, really special event.
Yeah,
and they managed to raise literally when they announced that, like 150 grand.
Yeah.
Which when they announced it, that is incredible. That literally incredible. So hats off to Jack and the whole Uproar team, because they're doing God's work in Birmingham at the moment for mental health. So anything we could have done to help, we were there. You know, we would have moved heaven and earth to make it work. So yeah.
What was the preparation like for that? Because obviously there's a shit ton of musicians playing these two songs.
Well, to be honest with you, mate, we were just told the time to turn up. We were just told the time to turn up, and we did. You know, like everyone. I mean, the organisation that must have gone into something like that must have been insane. You know, but you know, we all had the musicians that were on stage from the band, so like Bullet for Valentine, Dream State, and like Stone Broken, and some other bands like that. Mallory Knox, Creeper. We were given a stage plot, and we each had our own section to be on. And the thing is, because they had the Linkin Park a UK tribute act as well. Shouts out to those guys as well. Lovely bunch of guys and gals. But they were basically leading us. So they were set up as a normal band would, and we were placed around them. So all the drummers could see Sammy, the drummer, and she'd count the drums in. And I think they picked those two songs. Obviously, they're two of their most biggest songs, but they're actually really easy to play compared to their other songs. Well, I'm talking from a drummer perspective. Like, you know, it's very straightforward in terms of a composition. So I guess that's another thing that you probably don't think of when you're organizing an event with like 1,000 musicians. You've got to try find the song that it would be very hard to like fuck it up, basically. Because everyone in the room is a big Linkin Park fan, and we've heard In the End and Numb
for 20 years.
Yeah, like at least once a month for like the past 20 years, you know. Like I grew up with Kerrang and Scuzz. I think the video for In the End was on every morning when I was getting, maybe even twice.
It was always on one of those hour
always
playlists,
on.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
like when I was getting ready for school.
you know.
Yeah, just even from way back in primary school, I remember getting ready in my parents' room because that's where the shower was, and I'd have Scuzz on the 12-inch thick boy. I remember we just got cable that year, so we had Kerrang and Scuzz for the first time. So of course, like in the mornings from then on out, I was in like year 5 or something like that. I was just like Scuzz.
I was the same as you. Like every time it was on, I was always watching it. You know, 2005 to 2009, pretty much I was glued to it. Yeah,
you guys are older than me, so I was a bit after that.
Yeah. I'd finished school by the time you were getting ready for school.
I started secondary school in 2006 and I left in 2011.
Oh my Christ.
Yeah, I'd already left by then. That's made me.
The crazy thing, though, going back to this event, right, was when we started, we were all obviously given, you know, a spot on the stage, and I had a mic. Well, every vocalist had a mic stand, and like, you know, as we said, we practiced it all at home. We never practiced together, but the synergy was just crazy off the bat.
Because we did it a few times, like we did some practice runs. We sound checked in the end, like just the people on stage. And so basically we ran each song 3 times and they filmed the 3rd time. So it gave everyone an opportunity to kind of like lock in.
Yeah. Get rid of nerves and...
Yeah, exactly. Like
it was a full-on performance by the end of it. Everyone was just sending it, wasn't it?
That's the thing. Like, 3 times of each track. Like we started off, we had like, you know, our own designated mic stands and then a vocal wedge. And I was kind of like, you know, after the first couple of times, I was like, look, for me personally, I'm better without a mic stand, and like I feel more comfortable with it. And everyone started doing that vocally, like just got rid of the mic stand and wanted to move around and interact with all the other vocalists and guitarists and really have fun playing. And then by the end of it,
a core element of this was by the time we played the 3rd one, I was 3 beers deep and I'd been around the backstage. I was talking like, obviously, because obviously when you get there, it's very much like, you know, all these people, but like you've not got a drum tech, you've not got a stage tech. It's probably the first time a lot of these people on that stage have set up their own shit in a very long time. So like you have that like trepidation when you first get there. You don't want to look stupid in front of your peers. You want to make sure like you're professional. Mate, 2 beers in and chatting with Bullet backstage, I was like, fucking having it.
By the time that last playthrough come through, I think everyone was a bit too loosey-goosey when it was just like,
But even everyone in the middle as well, like everyone was having fun, like, and that was the best part of it. Was everyone
watching everybody just having that. It was so sick.
Cool. And I've never, you know, before that, I'd never been a part of anything like that. Like when you hear that many voices and that many guitars at the same time, it's just fucking epic, man. It really is.
It was like, I have to say, it was crazy, man. Because I had Dave from Mallory Knox in front of me. and then like all the drummers that were around me. And it was just, there was a moment where I looked around and it was like a mirror because we're all playing perfectly with each other. And it was bizarre, you know, like it was the first, it was like Tony said, it's the first time like I've ever been part of anything like that. And it was just mental to be up there and everyone's perfectly in time with each other. It was
just goosebumps every time. I remember just
so cool.
That feeling after we'd play a song, we'd all look at each other like, fucking hell, look at what we were accomplishing here as musicians, creating something so cool like this. It was just like, yeah, it was a really like wild experience, you know.
It's funny you say that with the drums because I was sat in the crowd watching and I was like, and that was one thing that took away. And I said to the wife, I was like, this is really weird. Look at all the drummers. Everyone is moving at the exact same time. I was like, this is really weird. I love it.
Because obviously drums is very visual. It's the same as like when you shoot in a music video, as long as your hand is kind of in the right place on the fretboard, you can get away with it. But with drums, there is no escaping it. Same with vocals, you know, you can mime it and no one would ever know the difference. But with drums, like if you're going like that and someone's going like that, it's just it's visual, you know what I mean? But that's what I mean, as in even I was looking around going, this looks fucking wicked. Like, yeah, look at us. Like it's mental. It was so cool, man. Like, I've never been in a room with that many like drummers before. I don't think anyone's been in a
not like that. I've
never
been on a stage where I've shared it with that many people and we've been doing the same song. Yeah.
There was like 30 people, like 30, 35 people on stage. Yeah. It must have been a technician's fucking nightmare, but it worked.
I think that's a testimony to how well the whole thing was run as well, wasn't it? Because like
it was smooth sailing, like
mate, it was unreal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I think
organised and everyone in the middle, like the 1,000 musicians in the middle, were like everyone was really well like behaved as such. Like I say behaved, but, like very respectable. Like not playing when they shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Like everyone was like they knew the drill. Like it was great.
I mean, it's a mental health at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think anybody was really there to, because I just for some reason my brain just went to part. I'd love it if someone just went crawling.
I've learned the whole discography.
Can we try and discuss a bit, please, guys?
Is it Fate next?
Yeah. See, because I didn't know. Like, well, they sent us the email, but I was kind of hoping that one, you know, Fate would have been in there, but obviously, you know, the tribute band played the rest of this the discography kind of thing. But yeah,
but again, it comes down to ease of the conversation.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. Definitely,
because
it's probably one of the harder ones to sing though, but the instrumentals, it's a bit easier.
Yeah, because like in the end, like I'm talking from a drummer perspective again, it's this in the end and Numb, sorry, is pretty much the same drum beat throughout the whole song, just changing cymbal from hi-hat to crash. Yeah. It's when I actually like, because I knew how to play the song, but I really wanted to know, like, from like a written music perspective, in case I was playing it wrong all these years. And I was like, well, fuck me, it is literally the same drum beat. So, I mean...
It's nice and simple, isn't it? Yeah, co-written by Rick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, man. It'd be way worse.
And the timing of like a month later, Linkin Park like coming back out again, I was like, well, that's
kind of mad.
Yeah, I actually already knew they were at the time, so Harry's got
his inside sources.
Yeah, I mean,
is this the next topic of conversation?
It is. It's because my partner works at UTA and she'd heard it amongst.
Well, as soon as they see that there's a booking for Linkin Park, it must be a mistake.
because it was all it was all the back end shit for the shows. So she was like, oh, but she get this, and I really hope she doesn't listen to this because I'm calling her out. She was told who the new singer was, and she forgot.
Oh.
She just forgot. I was like, so she basically told me half a story. She was like, yeah, they're coming back. And I was like, who's the vocalist? Oh, my boss did tell me, but I can't remember. I was like, That's the main part of the story. Mate, I was fuming. I was like, I had the tea. I had the gossip. You know what I mean? Like I had like the hot goss amongst our crowd. And she can remember all the lyrics of Taylor Swift, but she can't remember one fucking name. You know what I mean? Oh, mate, fuming.
But yeah, play the same day as her old band or her other band, Dead Sarah.
Dead Sarah.
Yeah,
maybe.
Is it Sarah? I thought it was Sarah. Never mind. My bad.
Dead Sarah. It's spelt Sarah.
Yeah,
Sarah.
Dead Sarah.
Tomato, tomato.
At the Great Escape.
Yeah, they were, weren't they?
Yeah.
I can't remember that far back.
I can't even remember your fucking breakfast, mate.
I mean, let's go a bit further back, shall we? So your debut album, Modern Era, came out on April 27th. All right. You hit over 1 million streams by July 16th, I believe you put that post up. I mean, that's
1.2, baby.
1.2 now, is it? Fuck, I mean, unbelievable. That must feel insane. Ridiculous.
It was pretty mental, man, because we have I don't know if the general people will know this who aren't in bands, but Spotify have an artist platform. So when you've got a Spotify account as a band, you've got Spotify for artists, and it gives you all your internet.
It's live, isn't it? You can see who's listening to it,
in real
how many
time.
people and whatever. Yeah,
it's pretty mental. Like I could literally look right now how many people are listening to us on Spotify at this current moment.
That's cool.
So it's constantly updating. So I got an email from we all did on the Defects email address, just saying like, congratulations, you've hit 1 million streams on Modern Era. And I was like, this must be incorrect. Like, that can't be right. Like, surely not. It's only been out 2 fucking months. Like, but lo and behold, people must fucking like it. So there you go.
Well, like I said to you and Luke when I saw you at Bloodstock, it's literally from start to finish fucking delicious. Just back to back bangers. Every track is unreal.
Really appreciate it, man.
Delicious is my favourite word you could have used to describe that.
Wow.
Modern Era, yum.
Yeah,
it's delicioso.
It's just a tasty number of an album, brother. Can't help it.
That's the
dessert I never had. You know what I mean?
It's really you never had.
Because like that's the thing.
And now I finally had it.
It was genuinely like, yeah, we had a lot of time. There was no pressure of like time frame. Obviously with this that we're writing in a minute, like there is going to be a time frame. So, but yeah,
but we've learned a lot though. I think the difference is writing this album this time round is like because obviously when you guys were first beginning to write it,
you were making a formula back then, weren't we?
Yeah, and we've got the formula. After the first album, we know what works, we know what we like, we know where we want to take it, kind of. But like that's the beauty of it, you know. Like, and that first album process, it was like, because when I got on board, it was basically done in a demo sense. But I think this time round is like there's more cooks and like there's more. Like we've built that concrete foundation now. Like the last 2 years was kind of like doing the fucking mixing the sand or however you make concrete. But you know that was what the last few years was basically doing.
Build my house, mate.
Mate,
he's a fisherman, not a builder. Come on,
I'm good with a drill. That's all I know. But concrete, nah. But yeah, I mean, look. But now we know what we're about. We know where we want to take it. We know we want bigger. We know we want better, and that's currently what seems to be churning out of the cement mixer. If you will.
The great thing is, like, we're not short of subject matter, and like from like a lyricist point of view, whenever something happens in my personal life, I seem to write about it. So it's always like a documentation of my life and like things going on in the world. So we never run out of ideas, and that's something we're taking pride with these new songs we've been writing. It's like every single one sounds different to each other. Everything dives into different things. We always.
It's got interconnecting.
Yeah, there's like different elements of different genres. Not that stray us too far away from who we are, because I think the formula's there, but then you just add something tiny to each track to make it stand.
I think we're a lot more confident in our like again, it was built like Luke said, it was building that formula, and now we're more confident in knowing what we want, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like and how we want it to turn out, and like because we literally before this whole thing kicked off, really, we were just kind of like experimenting, really, kind of just writing exactly what we like, and it turns out that a million people seem to like the same as us, so we're just for me it's taken a lot of the pressure off, because obviously when you're launching a new thing, people could just turn around and go, this is whack, not into it. But now it seems
that's the biggest fear with it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like we're doing something right, so it kind of gives you the confidence to you've got the backing of a fan base, who like are proud of you for what you've accomplished in the short space of time, and are just people who are now fans of the band are in it for the long haul.
We've had a lot of dedicated fans who have come to a lot of shows, and they've bought a lot of merch for us to support. Obviously, us
flown to the UK to see us and stuff like that from Europe. So
man.
So this has proven to me personally, like with the sound that we've created, because we have a hint of nostalgia there as well, with like the kind of new metal and then like old school metal there as well. It's proving that there's still a market for it.
100%.
It's proving that people still love that sound, and we're going to keep giving it to the masses.
Well, I think like it's weird.
New school.
What I've seen is like there's been resurgences over the past 2 years of certain genres within metal. So obviously you had the emo resurgence. Everyone seems to think they're an emo now. It's like, but you weren't there when the Black Parade came out, brother. So you can't claim it. But I digress. I'm an original emo. I had the fringe and everything. But then you had like, you had like the new metal revival with some really cool bands coming through, and kind of putting their own twist on it. And I feel like we're coming along and we're championing that revival of like Kill Switch, the more POD, like the more heavier side of new metal. I feel like we want to be at the forefront of that resurgence, because like we're all such big fans of that moment. Like for instance, obviously Bullet and Trivium are going out and doing the Poison and Ascendancy, which I know for Luke especially was like big influences in terms of like
massive, mate.
Well, like how, like I mean, The Poison was the first album I listened to where I was like, I think I like metal, because I'd gotten into Funeral for a Friend, but that was more like emo rock, not rock. It was heavy. It had the chugs and all the riffs and stuff, but it was the first time I'd heard like a quote unquote metal band that sounded like a modern Metallica, and I was like, I fuck with this. Like I fuck with this hard. So,
crazy thing for us, I was going to say, sorry. Well, the crazy thing for us is it doesn't feel like a resurgence, because it never really left. We've always been into it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just doing it.
What's all this new shit? Not interested.
It never left. But sorry, Harry. Yeah.
I mean, no, I completely agree with you, because the only reason I notice it is because of like the job I work in. So like I notice when there's like trends popping up and like people just jumping on a bandwagon because it's what's fucking popped off on TikTok. You know what I mean? But as you've just said, Tony, like I still listen to fucking The Poison at least the whole album, at least like once every 6 months, like front to back. It's a flawless album. Like it's,
I have end of heartache on in the shower every fucking day.
Mate, honestly, I sent a have you guys seen the meme of Joe Rogan and all his mates on their podcast?
Yeah, that's us. That's us, mate.
Yeah, it's literally someone put End of Heartache over the top of it and said, when the old school metalcore bangers come on, and me and my homies, and they're all just there like mate. And I sent it to my mate who I grew up with, and he was like, this song will never not slap. Like it will just never be enjoyable to listen to. So
amazing. But obviously, going back to the album, you released quite a few singles before the album came out. Are there any songs that you didn't previously release that have gone over like really well, that have resonated with people?
Good question.
Recurring.
Yeah.
Recurring, it's a weird one, because Recurring always went down well live before we released it, and then I kind of solidified it. But yeah, I'd definitely say Recurring, or the one that's gone down really well as well live. Gone to Waste always goes down well live.
Yeah.
And goes,
On my
yeah,
list.
we always get a good response from that one. But that's the thing, like anything that's like real in the moment, like it always gets the energy going. Like people feel that kind of like emotion together, you know. So you end up having a really good experience with the crowd. So
Where did the name Modern Era come from? Actually, just thinking about it.
So, Modern Era like came about basically from when obviously COVID was going on. There was a lot of frustration in each of the songs that we'd written at the time. End of Days being about the whole corporate greed and sucking the world dry, and then ones like Lockdown were like tackling COVID head on. So it kind of was like, well, it all makes up this kind of modern era. It kind of those two words kind of just pieced together. And then I was like, right, well, let's keep going with this. And then we ended up writing like all the songs were kind of like a chapter of like what makes up a modern world, but the flaws of it. Yeah. So that's how Modern Era was born.
That is a gorgeous explanation. Another Heart to Bleed, I think, is another big one for me. I absolutely love that track. But for me personally, the title track itself, Modern Era, that whole song, I can't get enough of that chorus. I just can't get enough of it. That's on the daily, at least.
Which one? What?
It's different. It's different, isn't it?
Oh, Modern Era.
Yeah.
Yeah, Modern Era was like obviously like you know being a self-titled track. It was touching base on that. You know the whole that was the song was like in a nutshell of what the fuck is wrong with the world at the minute. Like but then obviously Another Heart to Bleed was probably one of the rawest tracks on there at the time.
That's my favourite chorus. That chorus, I remember hearing that because I was sent like 6 songs like when Tony slid into my DMs about joining, and it was genuinely like that chorus was what I was like, there's something fucking special here. Like it wasn't just because I'd been asked to join a few other bands and I was just like wasn't feeling it, and then literally I listened to these songs and I was like, fuck, Tony knows how to write a chorus, baby. And it's just what it is. Like,
appreciate it, man.
It's just
comes from a lot of pain and hardship, but we get there.
That's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. I'm joking now.
We're on tour again soon, mate. We can give you plenty of that.
I think it's a gift and a curse with that kind of thing. It can create really powerful moments in the music that we write, but then at the same time, then it can force someone like myself to relive it over and over again. Because when I listen to music, that is kind of, you know how it is. Some music's got that power to unlock memories that you never knew you had, yeah, or live experiences again by the theme that it creates, right? And Echo Chamber's one of them for me. I've some days I've got through the track live, and as my bandmates have seen, some days I've had it really tough where I've really struggled with it. And even with Another Heart to Bleed, like that was written at a point where genuinely, right, I had a bit of a mental wobbly, and I basically went out on the streets for like a good couple of days, didn't contact anybody. And that's how raw these songs are. Like these songs are like written in moments of time where fucking hell, man, I needed some help. Like, you know,
yeah.
So now I'm out the other side of it, and like I try to write music in a more like not a grown-up approach, a more organized approach, where it's like I'm not doing it in such a raw format that's going to damage me or like cause issues down the line with playing songs live, or you know what I mean. It's like there's a limit now of where I go emotionally, and I don't dive in past that point where it's going to hurt anymore. So
yeah,
you don't want to be fucking grilling yourself daily when we've got like 6 weeks of touring.
That's it. And so there's always a limit on subject matter now. Like I'll write about stuff that can be real, but then I'm writing it from a third person perspective a little bit more, instead of always a first person raw perspective that I'm then forced to kind of relive. And I know that's why I relate to Linkin Park so much, because Chester would always write first person, like he'd always write about his own stuff and how raw it was, and probably was hard for him to get through sometimes as well. But that is a gift and a curse, but it can create some really powerful moments that obviously I'm proud of at the same time. So yeah, you know.
I was gonna say, like, obviously when you're belting these tracks out and that sort of thing, does it not help you almost heal in a way because it's you're venting it out? You know what I mean, in that sort of form, or
Yeah, no, 100%, and that's why, from a live perspective, I always give it 110 because, like, I feel the music. If I didn't feel the music that I was writing, I wouldn't be able to portray that live. And
Yeah.
I go for a lot of vocalists. You have to really relate to the music. But like I said, it's a venting thing, and it can depend on the day. Like, if you had a really bad day, something had happened in your private life, and like you were just feeling a bit miserable, you go to sing one of those songs, it's like the icing on the cake to that evening, like, and you absorb all that negativity. But then obviously on the other side of it, you're like, oh well, then I can sing it and vent and get that out of my system, and then after the show I feel great because it's like a therapy at the same time. But it can depend on the day, you know, especially because with me, and I'm sure it goes for a lot of people, like, I wouldn't say mentally like I am completely okay. Like, I think everyone has moments, so like it really can depend on the day and what is going on in your life. That can make a difference to when you sing that song.
We touched on this earlier, but obviously we're just talking now about your lyrics. When we were talking earlier about crowds singing those words back to you, that's got to be one hell of a moment.
That's why, like, that's the thing. It's real, and the people who've come up to me afterwards, and we always talk about lyrics and stuff, and they're like, oh, they capture a lyric from Gone to Waste, or in the second verse, for example, or like recurring, like even when I write some of this, I bounce ideas obviously with my bandmates, and it's really nice to hear, like, when Luke came and said, oh, I really like that part, I can't ignite the spark when I'm in the rain, like all these things, like it just gives a good feeling of like I'm at least wording things right where people can relate, and like people can kind of use it in their own lives, in their own, you know what I mean, like that's a really nice feeling, like to know that lyrics are healing people and relating to people, instead of it just like, oh, it's a song that sounds good that could be played on the radio but it's got no substance. Like, the whole point is it's like it does something for people, the way that when I was younger, that's what it did for me. With all those bands coming through, Linkin Park was that band for me, and that's why, you know, they made such a big impact. So that's why I take that, and yeah, it's so good to hear that feedback for sure.
You know, I'll never blow smoke up your ass, but that shit you sent over the other day that we've solidified as a new track.
Well,
is
yeah. So we've written a song.
Probably the fucking best you've ever fucking done, mate.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it, boys. No, nice one.
You have fucking heard it?
Yeah, not properly.
You
I
have.
haven't done it, did I haven't fucking mixed it. Oh, I was going to mix it tonight, but he ain't sent me the fucking stems, has he?
I've been busy, but I will get it.
Busy? I saw you clock on a Rocket League at 5 to 8, motherfucker.
Okay, we called out there. Yeah, we can see when you're on PlayStation Network, you know.
Got eyes everywhere, baby. Man sat here waiting for stems with the fucking Titanic theme tune on.
The one where they play the recorder really bad.
Mate, I got the string quartet coming in a minute.
It's been a pleasure playing with you boys.
Yeah, it has, mate. Yeah. Pleasure mixing on my own.
And they literally look like the dudes from the Titanic. Like,
Yeah,
for some reason, they still look like they're from like 1912.
Yeah, mate. Well,
but that
cost me a bit, but they'll get me
that's what
through
I
it.
was saying with the lyrics, right? Because obviously, like, they've always been very straight and to the point, not always poetic. I add a bit of that in, but it's to basically be a message first and foremost that is very easily like translatable towards people like reading for the first time. And like with this new one, it touches base on mental health. That inspired me to write about this. Obviously, going through that event with the Linkin Park event, and unfortunately as well, back in July, one of my friends committed suicide. Right, and that really triggered an emotion in me to want to write about it and really address this. Yeah. So yeah, I think this song in particular, which one day we will tell the title of it, we are really looking forward to hopefully releasing that. Well, we've got to see what the rest of the band say. We like it, but it's a strong song that we've got there, and yeah, very relatable. I'll be listening to it and kind of like, yeah, like lyrically, it feels like me. And when, like Luke was saying, like he listens to it and can take something from it. I think everyone will when they hear it.
I'd have a day off after listening to it. Fucking floored me. It's fucking meant to be drain me, that song, when I heard it for the first time. I was like, fuck.
I'll put it this way. You know, you said about Another Heart to Bleed.
Yes.
It's basically that kind of emotional vibe, I think.
Okay.
For sure. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Very excited. I'm also insanely sorry for the loss of your friend as well.
It's all good, man. You know, I knew her like over the years. Like I you know, didn't see her often, but it was just one of those that was just very out of the blue.
Yeah.
Always
and
is.
yeah, and you know, it was just what I still, even now, it was just one of those moments that really, like, you were speechless. So but we got through it, and you know, we supported the family as much as possible and supported her son as well through it all. But yeah, these things, like, this is the thing, we live in a world where these things happen, and you just got to get through it one day at a time and support each other. And anyone who feels that way mentally, just make sure that you're always picking up the phone for that person. Even if they ask you or don't ask you, just always check in on your friends and family and make sure they're okay. That first and foremost.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah. Massively. With the singles though for the album before it came out, how did you decide on what to release? Because obviously they all have their own, they're all different, they're separate from each other, as they're all absolute fucking bangers. Like, how did you go, oh, well, I want to drop this, but I want to release that as well, but I also release this one? Like, what are we gonna do?
Well, what kind of I kind of came at it as a perspective of like, we've been living with these songs for a lot longer than other people. So I was of the mind, it's kind of like, let other people decide, because like we love them all.
We'd already chosen the first three, hadn't we? So then by the time
and so by then we were a bit like, let's get some fresh ears on it and let's see what they think, you know, because we'd literally had these songs for like 2 years. They weren't new anymore to us. Like these songs are very old to us now, you know, but someone listening to it for the first time might hear that thing that we once did, but now we don't, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So that's how we kind of came to that final decision, you know. I mean, I always knew that I wanted Echo Chamber to be a single. But yeah, it was
the thing, we had to add that and Broken Bloodlines, didn't we? We had to, because we'd already released more, we had to write more.
That was the crazy thing, yeah, because
that was so fucking hard to tap back into that time and mind frame of writing that record to then fucking add to it. It was fucking crazy, man. But I think two of the best songs off the fucking album.
We got lucky with what we were writing for it. You know, it could have gone either way. If it felt in that moment, we felt like, you know, we had to rush to get everything done. But then luckily, if we hadn't have done that, if they hadn't have asked us for that, we wouldn't have had Broken Bloodlines and Echo Chamber on the album. And I feel like that album would have been missing a huge part of it, you know. So we're very, very lucky that we were asked to do that. Had we not had those, and we didn't have that kind of extra ears on it, we probably would have gone for Recurring and Gone to Waste, I think, as the singles. But I think the only one I think would be really good to release would be Recurring, because we've seen the feedback now live. But like you said, we enjoy all the songs, so it was really hard to like get a proper vote on everything and go, right, we're certain this one's going to be one and this one's going to be. Everyone had different ones, so it was really hard to kind of like go, right, this is going to be our 4 or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I remember when I saw you, and oh god, I can't even remember when that was now, the Asylum show. It was quite a long time ago. I remember you telling me
14 BC, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was. I remember you telling me then that the album's done, it's ready. So, like you say, you have definitely sat on these for a long time. What did take so long for the album to come out? Was there a reason for it, or just music business?
Solidifying a full-on fucking proper lineup. When H joined, it was like, you were dead passionate about it, weren't you? And it was like, right, let's
Well,
fucking do something with it.
My whole thing when I joined was, look, if I'm getting back into a band again,
We're doing it proper.
we're fucking doing it or we're not. Basically, that was my whole thing. Either we all go in and we give it 10, or we don't fucking do it. And that was my whole thing. I was just coming out of a month away to do some stuff about my mental health. Had to like go away for a period of time to like sort it out medically. And I'd just come back, and we were finalizing the album while I was away doing this medical retreat, basically.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of time to myself to like basically formulating a plan to bring this band to the forefront was what kept me sane throughout that process. I was away from my family and my loved ones and stuff, and like it wasn't very nice. You know, it was beneficial in the end, but like I was on my own basically, and like the whole thing that got me through it. Because basically that was in the November. We released Scapegoat in January. So I'd mapped out this whole plan of how to launch us from being just a band that we'd just done it because, you know, we wanted to write what we wanted to write, to actually it being a full-on professional. This is what we're fucking doing. And yeah, like that was basically, that was it, you know, like it was kind of that. We had the songs, you know, and I knew from the moment that I joined the band in the January of that year, 2021, I think it was, maybe 2022. No, 2021.
No, 21. We rehearsed in 21 for the first time in May, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I joined in the January. We rehearsed for the first time together in May. And then I started formulating the plan in like the November. And then we released Scapegoat in January 2022, which was the first.
No, it was December, wasn't it?
Yes,
we were going on December 17th.
No, it was sure. It was like January 11th or something like that. I'm sure it was.
This.
I'm sure it was.
I need facts, bro.
I'm sure it was January.
I'm looking as well. 10th December 2021.
Scapegoat release.
I'll tell you what.
10th of December 2021.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't believe Spotify's full.
It's on your Spotify page, Harry. It's
I'll let you off with a warning, Harry.
AI.
All right, mate.
AI. Fake news.
What do you know about this band?
Yeah, I'm in the back, bro. I say when it came out. Yeah?
Okay, sorry.
No,
I'll give you one thing that happened in January. It was the In Flames tour announcement.
Right. Okay, right.
There you go. Something happened in Jan.
It's coming. Okay, and it sounds like I'm bullshitting now, but that makes sense now because we needed to release a song before
we get that tour. Yeah,
that's how it fucking happened because we'd already spoken before we launched the band to the world, if you will. We'd already secured like an agent sort of thing. Because our agent did Shapes. So I'd sent them all the demos and stuff. So I was like, we were all building a team to launch the band properly.
Yeah,
That's what I mean by we were doing it or we weren't. Like we weren't just, oh yeah, smash it on Spotify. I was getting an agent, a manager. Like I was like, right, I'm in my late 20s. If I'm going to start fucking touring again, I want it to like go kick in and start growing fast, you know. And we'd all learned a lot from our past bands and stuff. So it's not like we were learning anymore. We knew what we needed to do and the checklist we needed to do it successfully. And we were told just at the end of the summer, actually, that In Flames were doing like a small tour for them. And like, they just kind of wanted like 2 small British bands. And yeah, they were like, how about Defects do it? You know, like, first ever shows, you know, it could be like really, it could be the perfect moment to introduce the band to the world. So we literally had to rush to get Scapegoat mastered. And then we had to rush to get that lyric video made for it. And we went with Goonsy from Bleed From Within. He turned that round in a week and we got the mastering back within 2 or 3 days because we sent it off to America high priority to get it done. And so we managed to get a release, a tour, and
we had the fucking we had the Bullet show as a warm up for that tour, but it got moved, didn't it?
Yes. So that was.
So then we ended up doing fucking In Flames as our first show.
Yeah, the original
stupid.
The reason why we had to rush everything was because that Bullet show was originally in January.
Yeah.
We had to rush everything to get Scapegoat out, and then they were like, "Oh, we've got to move it to May." We've got to move it to May. So basically, we released the song, and then we had like 3 or so months before the In Flames tour, which was in the March of 2022.
Yeah.
But still, like our first ever show was with In Flames at Brighton Concord. So
Excuse me.
It all worked. It fell into place, like it worked. Like I didn't know if it fucking would. I didn't know if we'd fall flat on our ass because we'd maybe tried too hard or like we'd put too much behind it. But like hard work pays off, I guess. We all fucking chipped in. Yeah, we all chipped in and we all got it done, man. Like everyone had their jobs and everyone fucking smashed it out the park, and here we are, 2024, like on the back of an album.
Working on the next one.
And we're on to the next one, like it's been, I think the perfect word to describe it, it's been a fucking whirlwind since that moment where we were like, right, we've got a show in January, boys. We don't have any music out. No one knows we exist. It's time to fucking get to work, and
here we are.
Anything I'd ever been involved in, like previously, this was like where there was a lot of like ups and downs, like a real roller coaster of like events and emotions. Like this was the hardest working band I've ever been in, right from the start. And yeah, getting from launch to now has been like Harry said, a whirlwind of events and emotions to get.
Like I blinked and it's just
made us so much stronger because of it, and really good mates because of it as well. And I think that's why as well, as we grow, it's just going to keep getting better and better. We know the drill. We get along really well. Good chemistry with the music as well. So everything now is just going to keep blossoming into something better and better every time. And yeah, I can't wait, to show you the next chapter of DK.
Cannot wait.
You went ready,
excited.
baby. You went ready.
We never will be, Harry. We never will.
I'm just so fucking excited because we're like right in the middle. We're smack bang in the middle of the process of writing it, and it's just feel like it's got the horse has bolted on it. Like it feels like we've really like it's snowballing now into something like really special. It's so fucking exciting. Like I've not enjoyed writing music this much in fucking years, and it's just a testament to like how well we get on and how well we read each other and the chemistry within the band, man. Like I've missed enjoying writing music. Like I'd lost that. I'd definitely lost that. And yeah, it's so fucking exciting. Can't wait.
It leads nicely into what I had one last question about Modern Era, which was, and for all of you individually, what was the most rewarding part for you all individually about creating this album?
Ooh.
I think, like for me, it was just because, like, from what I'd done before. Obviously, I was playing guitar in my previous band. Did a few things here and there, but this was like the first proper band where I was like, I've got to step up to the plate as a vocalist, as a screamer again. I've got to learn how to scream again because I wasn't screaming like I'm screaming now. Songwriting and everything like that. It was just like everything had to be stepped up a gear, and it's been like a real like a massive like a load of character building, within this album for me personally. So it's been an album of growth, as a person and as a musician. Without that, I would not be the musician and person I am now. So yeah, that's where I stand on it. So it was the ability to grow.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal, beautiful answer, Luke.
I think Harry, were you clocking to go before time? Did you before you lose your train of thought? Sorry.
I'm gonna go for something quite simple. Because I'm a simple-minded man. I think it was being able to write drums that excited me, as a drummer, I was writing things that like I'd be stoked on hearing another drummer play.
Okay.
You know, like, one thing I always say about being in a band, you've got to be your own number one fan. If you don't believe in your shit, then how do you expect other people to, you know? And like, I feel the same way about the parts of right and like what I bring in terms of drumming and my own like sprinkle onto the songs, you know. And it was the first, you know, it was the first
Don't buy that shit.
like the dynamic I was used to, like I was basically I was just given the keys to the car and said, write what you think sounds cool, you know, like, and that was so freeing, you know, like when Luke and Tony and just turned around to me and went, just fucking do like literally
whatever, mate.
take it and run, man, take it and run.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
I'd been so used to not being told that, like to hold back, you know, like I was always told to like, oh, you know, Harry, we know you're a metal drummer, but like the song doesn't really need that, you know. And I'd be like, look, I know when to not be a metal drummer, if that makes sense. Like I'm first and foremost, I'm a songwriter and I'm a musician. I'm not just some dude who jumps on a drum kit and goes,
Yeah.
you know, like
do that again.
I see it now.
Old man Jennings is really angry.
But yeah, to put it simply, creative freedom. Yeah, that was what I loved the most about this album.
I think for me, like I've said this in an interview before, like being for years, you know, being a hired gun without the fucking paycheck. So, you know, having a blank canvas to just sort of build something from the ground up with the lads, it's just been freeing almost, you know what I mean? And like we said before, we had all the time in the world. You know, the world stopped. We fucking just got to work and we just cracked on and did the best songs we fucking could in that time, mate. And I think when it come through to the end and we've got like the physical copies, it's just like fuck. You know, it's like all of that shit, 4 years worth of work, it's like boom, it's all encapsulated in that, and it's like sits on the shelf now, and it's like have a look at that before I go to bed. I'm like, yeah, cool. Nice.
Adding
Plenty
to
of
that,
fucking misery in that, and we've all been through so much shit, like mentally. I think all, you know, what we speak for all of us here, it's like that album is from the beats to the riffs to the cleans to the screams, like it's fucking real, mate.
Yeah,
it's fucking real, and I'm sure it's going to continue to be fucking real.
Oh yeah.
I will say this, mate, as well. Like adding to that, it's like I've never been in a situation where I've been writing like this and we've been bouncing ideas off each other and getting more and more excited. As
that's the thing. It was just so easy. It was so easy. But like, it wasn't at the same time.
Yeah, in the beginning, like when me and Luke were writing, like we were just. I've never been like in that situation with a writing partner where we get the gist straight away, even though we had different like influences. We just knew how to gel our two like vibes together instantly, and then
very quick, wasn't it? Yeah,
it's just been like, and I've had that before where I've tried to write music with people and it's been like, I don't like this, I don't like that, and it can be really fucking hard to make something that you all like. But
welcome to fucking
really
my life, man.
But you get it, and it can be really hard with different writing partners to be like, you get something that you're all happy with.
Mate, you can fall out over it, man. It's
savage. It's so fucking savage.
It's because it comes from the heart, you know, and like you're passionate about wanting to go a certain way, and like I think it takes a lot and shows a lot about your relationships with the people you work with that you can so easily come to a conclusion that everyone's happy with, which is what has happened the whole way through this current process of writing the second album. It's just been like, that's sick, you're awesome, yeah, we're great. Like it's not being like
bringing out the best in everyone when and encouraging like that kind of cohesion, you know, instead of shutting.
It's really at the moment. It's really fast as well, isn't it? Because everyone's so fucking hyped about getting the next mix for the next fucking song, so we can all hear it. You know, we've been in that demo stage of these songs for fucking ages, and now it's like we're doing pre-pro, and it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, like you gas to get home from work and work on it.
Yeah, mate, it's 3 to 5 working days at the minute.
That's the delay on my brain when I wake up in the morning.
No. Before we let you get out of here, though, we do have to mention you boys are going on tour at the end of October, taking Profiler and Knife Bride out with you across the UK. How excited are you for this tour? No, my words.
Yes,
Come on, man.
Fucking
Going back to,
already got the guitars in the case.
It's ready, mate.
going back to what I was saying about like when we saw a difference with the way people were responding at downloading that, we're just looking forward to seeing like how that's grown from the summer to now. How many more people have heard, how many more people are going to get involved in the pit? What's it going to be? Like, what are we saying for October? What are we saying for November?
It's going to be.
Who's going to tear it down with us?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, man. It's like this tour has been a real collective effort, and like it's a real, like, we said this about the album release shows, but like I think this is just like a real capping off such a brilliant year for us, before we go away for album 2. And yeah, come to a show, man. Like, it's going to be so much fun, and like we might have a couple of surprises in store. We're still talking it through at the moment. And there's more to come in terms of Defects as well. There's something cheeky coming out in a few weeks, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, very excited for the Bloodlines tour. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Have you been keeping all of Tony's voice notes again, Harry? Is that what it is?
They came out.
You know what's really weird about that? You know what's really weird about that? I found the session 2 days ago, and I was sending bounces of it to our crew group. So I've got one that I call the Star Wars bar. It sounds like when when they go to the bar on Tatooine and you can just hear all these weird aliens talking. One sounds like that, and the other just sounds like what I imagine a really old German man sounds like when he's really enjoying an ice cream. No, don't ask me why. Whenever I listen, I will email it to you. It's amazing. Like, it sounds like, imagine he's really, and he's outside a bar and he just goes, oh, like when he tastes it. That's literally. It's like Einstein has just tasted like fucking triple chocolate for the first time. You know what I mean? Like,
I still can't even remember
like
what we were talking about when we sent those, because we all did our own ones and then you just banked them all.
Yeah,
because some of these are like 2 years old.
Oh yeah, mate. These go back to like 2021. Like, I've got in my Logic session, there's 30 tracks. All of different voice notes that you've sent. Not one of them is anyone else. It's all Tony. One of them is anyone else.
I love it because you put it for the intro of Scapegoat. It was like, whoa.
Yeah,
do not put that on the fucking in-ears track.
Because no, I'd done it to the actual sort, like the actual backing track that will come out the PA, and I sent it to the band group at the time. This is literally like at the end of 2021 when we thought we had this Bullet show, and Luke just fully turned around. We weren't as close as we were back then, and went, no fucking way is that going on. And I was like, bro, I am joking. Like, he got like well serious about it. He was like, we're not fucking doing that, man. I was like, yeah, I know. It's a joke.
He's doing it funny.
Legit. If you want to hear it and Tony allows it, I will let you.
Oh no, I've got no shame, man.
You're getting two.
I've got no shame. It was just so funny because he had 40 fucking voice notes like going off at the same time, and then it was just like after that, get out of my life! Like, it was so. It was so funny.
It was fucking. I blended it in with the intro track though, so it wasn't just that. It was like behind this like epic orchestra and everything, and then all of a sudden it would drop
shotgun blast, and it's just like.
That's what it was.
It reminds me of that Mortal Kombat thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just just before the shotgun in Scapegoat. It was like, like, it was a complete fluke, to be honest with you. It sounded fucking mint. It was great.
Stick it in, see what happens on show one.
I don't think anyone would even notice but us.
No.
Because Tony's out there going, get the fuck up. So no one's going to fucking be able to hear it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in.
You lot will know it's there. You'll know it's there.
All right. Bury it in some reverb and delay. It'll be fine. I won't block it.
Raw dog it, baby.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm very excited to see one in Bristol. So I'll be there in Bristol.
Yeah,
Sure.
man.
Sure.
The exchange.
Good
We
to
like
catch
that.
up.
It's sweaty in there, isn't it?
Oh, can't wait.
Stage is so high. I do feel like there's a lack of oxygen because, like, I struggle to breathe up there. I really do.
Luke, do you remember
Every
when
time.
the last time we were at exchange?
With the subs.
No. When we did it with Mice, and
We did Flace.
Who were we with at the exchange?
Orbit
Culture. And I was really hungover, and we were in that our dressing room was the little venue downstairs under
Oh God, you were on the floor having a kid.
So there was like nowhere to sit comfortable or anything like that, and I'm dying, and it was a drop and go with the bus. So we were with Orbit Culture, so I could have gone and had a nap, curled up, you know. There's a picture of me literally just lying on my coat on the floor. Like,
Lacey took it, didn't they?
Yeah, so we're changing
that.
And we're gonna tear Bristol a new bum. Come down.
Got that Bristol. Good
night.
And on that note, please come to our tour.
We're getting too old to be playing to nobody and sitting in basements on Gover.
Mate, that Orbit Culture tour made me, and the summer made me realise I'm not 21 anymore.
No.
Fucking hell.
I've been sober for a few weeks now. I'm feeling happy about it.
Can't do it, man. I just can't get super drunk anymore the day before a show. Just can't do it.
I don't know how you manage it, to be honest.
I used to be able to I'd be flat out drunk, 3 a.m, kebab all over my face at in some uni hall, and I'd play flawless the next night. Now,
no,
it's like
James can do it, can't he?
Oh, mate, James is just
James is a fucking animal.
James is human though. He's an actual vampire, so, so he's not. He doesn't work like the rest of us.
Incredible. Mr. Stevens, do you have any more questions?
No, that was my lot. I'm just very, very excited to see you all in a month or so. I'm very fucking excited for the brand new album.
Beers, man.
When you get down that, yes.
Oh yeah, man.
Hell yes. It's gonna be glorious. I'm very excited for that. And I just fucking love you guys. I just think you're great. Not because you're here. And Modern Era is just superb. And if that's anything to go by, it's just onwards and upwards, and it's going to be fucking unbelievable.
I'm telling you, this second album is Modern Era injected with the most ruthless ketamine you've ever seen in a rap. So, not like it's just fucking.
Oh, no, it's not. That sounds like a fucking shoegaze album, bro.
So basically, album 2 has the potential to paralyze a lot of horses. Is that what you're trying to say?
That's how fucking strong it is, man.
That's the PR campaign sorted.
Yeah, mate. It's like a shot.
I want a good time.
Jeff the Races is going to
feel your legs.
Tony, if that's not the album cover, I'll be gutted.
Yeah, just a horse. Well, didn't Deftones do that? Like, yeah, but ours is going to have a couple of tablets. So,
and they'll be upside down with legs in the air.
But it will be an actual picture of a horse, though. Just
no silhouettes for defects.
Just upside down.
Yeah, just really crudely.
White pony upside down.
Silhouette me.
Like, yeah,
silhouette me. There you go. That's the title.
Silhouette me.
Phenomenal.
Sounds like a Radiohead album.
Great.
Just to piggyback on what Tom said there, no, but we checked you guys out originally before we spoke to Harry at Bloodstock in 2022 as well.
22, yeah.
And we've flown the flag for you guys ever since. You guys are not blowing smoke. You're fucking incredible. The album is incredible.
Thank you,
we
bro.
cannot wait to see where you guys are going.
Thank you so much, dude. It's people like you that give us the fuel, man. So
absolutely, man.
Honestly, it's we owe you guys a lot of thanks for championing us from the start and stuff like that. So
really,
the pleasure's all ours, honestly.
Sure, man. Really grateful.
Yeah,
gents, thank you so much for taking the time out and your very busy evenings to spend some time with us today. It means the absolute world. It really does.
Oh, no,
So
thank you.
We've had a good laugh here. We've had a good laugh.
Oh, it's always
managed to get the questions through, but we had a good laugh.
We honestly, like, we could. This is the problem when like there's more than like one or two of us like on a podcast sort of thing.
It turns into a fuck around, doesn't it?
In like the 3 years we've been
It's like a catch-up session.
honestly, because we don't live near each other.
Yeah.
So I went to North Lane with Dave the other night, and I didn't even watch the band.
Hi, Tony.
Oh,
Oh, that'll be Tony. But yeah, no, thank you guys. Really appreciate
thank you,
it.
mate.
Honestly, anyone who's down, the Broken Bloodlines tour is starting off in Glasgow in next month. We're hitting Newcastle, Glasgow, Leeds, Manchester, Bristol, Oxford, Birmingham, London. So if any of those are close to you and you want to listen to some metal and meet like-minded people and make some new friends, then please come along. We will be your friends. We will sing with you. We will have a beer with you. We will chat with you, and we will all be one big happy family.
Annoyingly, I can't make the Birmingham show, which I'm gutted about because I live in fucking Birmingham. But I'm going to see if I can try and get to another show on the tour because I don't want to miss this. So I was going to say, I'm going to see if I can come to Bristol. Tom,
Can I just say the most Tony thing ever?
He's just text me saying "fuck."
Yeah, he just texted me saying my fucking laptop just died. Fuck my life. Charger's there somewhere.
I needed them fucking vocal stems tonight as well.
To be fair, my laptop is literally on 5%, so I'm only gone.
Let's get you boys out of here anyway.
Boys, pleasure.
No, honestly, boys,
Thank
I'm
you,
really looking forward
boys.
to seeing you next month. Come down a bit earlier. We'll grab a pre-show beer. We always like going next door to grab a burger from the pub next door because they're always good burgers there. So man, pop down a bit earlier, have a beer. Let's catch up properly in person, man.
That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, lads, and we'll see you soon.
Nice one. Peace, guys. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, boys.
Bye. What is it about fish and chips that's so fucking beautiful?
Oh, it's the perfect English.
It's like the
dinner.
staple. It's just a staple of British food. I'm saying that because I just literally had some before I came on here.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I was just like, oh, you'll never ever beat this for dins ever.
No, it is great, and possibly the most English way to start a podcast ever. All we need is a cup of tea.
Oh, do you know what? I've not actually had one yet. Thinking about that, I know that is devastating. I realise how dark I am as well. Sorry, I was just looking.
I think I've had like 4 cups of tea today, which is a lot for me.
Fully caffeine tea, like fully caffeine. What
I was
even
going to
is
say
that?
it's tea. It's not really fully caffeine, does it?
Well, no, it is. It's worse than coffee, apparently.
Is it?
Apparently so.
It don't work and keep my ass awake.
So, well, dude, nothing keeps you awake.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I'm amazed you're even awake right now doing this episode. So this edition. Sorry. Apologies, this edition. Don't call these episodes. Fucking hell, who do we think we are?
Getting the vernacular wrong after
Disgusting.
so many episodes.
Absolutely. It's weird, right? Because so as you noticed in the interview with the Defects lads, my headphones are broken. And now I went and bought some new ones, and I feel like I can't hear anything. I feel like I can't hear myself speak. It's kind of weird. I can, but it's like, because they're noise cancellation, I'm a bit like, am I talking loud enough? Am I shouting? I don't know anything about it. Like, do you know what I mean?
You can do that thing that kids do when they first try headphones. It's like, does anyone like this song? Oh, let's know too.
Do you want a cup of tea? What? What are you saying? We can just go, sorry, what was that?
I remember the first time I ever did that. It's the first time I used headphones. I was at a hospital visiting someone. I think it was my granddad. So everyone's quiet in this ward, and I'm just like, is everyone all right?
Fool. Absolute fool. Of course you would. Of course it'd be in a fucking hospital. So I had a thought, right? Dangerous, I know. Do you reckon that dogs eat shit because of how powerful their smell is? That's too much for them, so they think the best option is to consume it rather than leave it there to smell.
Maybe.
Because you know how powerful their noses are?
Yeah.
And they can smell like 1,000 times better than humans. Do you reckon that smell must be so putrid to them that they go, I'm just going to eat it. Best thing to do. Get rid of it.
I mean, possibly. It could be. I know a lot of animals try to cover it, don't they, when they've had a shit? So maybe it's like, I've tried, nothing's working, I'm going to have to eat it.
Well, dogs don't bury. Well, do they? No, cats bury their shit, don't they?
I know cats, do dogs not do it? I haven't owned a dog in many years. I can't remember if I'm completely
No, because
honest.
dogs, you pick them up, don't you? And you put it in the bin.
No, that is very true.
Dogs don't bury.
Yes, I'm an idiot. Scrap that.
So, because I love how you instantly thought that I was going to make some sort of stupid joke, but it's a genuine thought that I had where I was just like, do you reckon that's why they eat it?
So you walk down and go, that dog's eating his shit. I wonder why he did that.
The worst of it is I couldn't imagine how bad it must smell with the power of a dog's nose. Oh my God. I'm bad with smells as it is, but I can imagine they're probably like, Chris, jeez, crap, mate, what the fuck have you just? Oh, I can't. I just can't. I'm gonna have to. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to. I'll take one for team. Oh, no. Oh, bloody hell, it's disgusting, but it's better than smelling it.
So, did you just say the dog's name was Chris?
Yes.
Someone. I don't know why the idea of a dog named Chris just really amused me.
Everything amuses you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so that's what I think, that I'm one of the funniest people alive, but genuinely it's because you just laugh at anything. So actually, I'm not. I'm generally quite terrible. Yeah, that's all you do. Yeah, I'm there going, oh, do you know what? Actually, I'm quite proud of myself. To genuinely after everything, that was. Oh, I've done that before. Lovely. And it's just because I can literally say poo to you, and you go.
No.
But. Yeah, a genuine thought that came into my head. So
I'm quite intrigued myself now.
Is that why dogs eat shit? Because they can't handle how bad the smell is?
I love the fact we do this every week. We ask these questions. We could easily Google them, but why not? Why would we Google it when we could just talk about it on here and try and work it out for ourselves?
Exactly. Why the fuck not, indeed? Right. Do you remember we've talked about the slapping championships? And you've talked about the ass slapping championships in Russia.
Yes.
And we've had disco football.
Yes.
I found a new sport.
Amazing.
Right. This sport, I think, is probably the worst sport going. And I don't know why it is one. And I think, have we got to that point in life now where we just run out of ideas? Jamie, I genuinely found this dumbass sport called the Ultimate Dick Kicking Championships. It's a genuine thing. Please enter a clip.
I shall.
But what the fuck?
Wasn't that in South Park called Rochambeau?
Okay, ready? I'll go first.
Literally, they have to hold their legs open and let someone full on punt them square in the bollocks. I mean, why? What are you achieving? Oh, I didn't really fancy wanting kids anywhere, so fuck it. I just don't get it anymore.
There's not one part of my brain goes, you know, really fun getting kicked in the balls for a living.
Well, what's next? The Ultimate Head Eating Championships. You have to eat your own head.
Not someone else's. You got to try and eat your own head.
Like, you got to eat your own head, not someone else's. Just how fast? Guinness World Record. Go on. How fast can you eat your own head? It's just getting beyond a joke now.
Why is that a thing?
I know. I just don't get it. I'm pretty sure it was Asia somewhere. It was definitely Asia somewhere, I think it was. But like, what the fuck? I can't even make a joke out of it because it's just what? Why?
I don't get the logic. Whose idea was this?
Oh, was it when you grew up? You're like, do you know what? Do you know what I really fancy being when I grow up? Getting kicked in the cock.
Just exactly. No one says that.
That's what I want to do. I just want to get kicked in the dick for fun. Oh.
And then, how have they found enough people for it to be a competitive sport?
Well, exactly.
That's even more concerning.
I remember being 12 years old, and I remember I was still playing with the football. I had my legs open against a wall, and I was just rolling this ball against the wall, and it would come back, and I'd catch it, and I was just doing that, I think, for a while. My brother, full on, punted it so hard, it hit the wall, bounced back, and hit me straight in the cock, and I was like, I think I was sick. It hit me that hard. I think I was sick everywhere. I was just like, it's the worst thing in the world because it goes right through you, doesn't it? It goes all, yeah. So But don't worry, I genuinely think childbirth is probably the worst pain ever imaginable ever in the human world. I'm not comparing it to that in any way, shape, or form. But getting kicked in the penis is not pleasant.
No, I remember when I was a kid, I was at the park and I was on the swings, and this girl, she was older than me, was like, "Get off the swings, get off the swings." And I was like, "I'm kind of having my turn here." I got off eventually, just walked over to me, kicked me, squaring the balls, and then went, "I told you to get off sooner." I don't know who this kid was. I've never known pain like it. I was like 9, maybe even younger.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, I felt it in my throat. Like, oh, never known anything like it.
Just because you wouldn't go up a swing? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. She's probably in prison right now.
I hope so, bitch.
Yeah. So,
But
guaranteed.
It's quite funny. You've mentioned Asia and you've mentioned dogs, and I have a story time with Jamie this week. I don't have a theme tune like you, though. Not as cool. So, I have taken this news article from NBC. I've gone for legitimate sources here, and it's possibly my favorite news article in the history of the world. It's fucking brilliant. A zoo in China has been accused of trying to deceive visitors with a pair of dogs dyed black and white to look like pandas.
Right.
Videos circulating online Chinese social media show the 2 panda dogs in an exhibit.
They may be unbearably adorable, but they aren't actually bears at all. The latest exhibit at this zoo in eastern China had visitors doing a double take. These pandas are really chow chow puppies, advertised as panda dogs, and social media can't get enough of them.
They are basically, they've got some chow chows, dyed them black and white, and stuck them in a thing and said they're panda dogs. It was given away by the public because their tails were wagging and they were barking.
I mean, what was the method behind this?
What were they trying to achieve? I don't know. But it was literally just to try and attract tourists. That's why they did it.
By creating a brand new animal that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
They might as well have just taken a cat and painted stripes in it and called it the world's smallest tiger.
And the zoo officials, their defense was, well, no dogs have been harmed.
Right. Okay. This is your favourite news article ever, is it?
Just the fact that some Chinese zoo has thought they could deceive people to think they have pandas by getting dogs and dyeing them a different colour.
Oh, you said that they want to make panda dogs.
No, they just called it panda dogs. They just said, "Hey, look, they're panda dogs." Doesn't exist. They just try to trick people.
Are Chinese people aren't stupid, are they?
No, not as far as I'm aware.
What the hell?
I don't know.
That's so random.
What on earth made them think this was a good idea? Yeah, really tickled me.
They obviously made a promise that they couldn't fulfill and panicked.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to have pandas. Fuck, we can't get any pandas. You've got some chow chows at home, haven't you? I've got some black paint sorted. That's pretty much how that went, I think.
I love that concept of just the ruff, ruff. Don't dogs make that noise? No. These pandas make that noise too. Yeah, they grew up with dogs. They've learnt the dog way of life. And instead of making their normal panda noises, they make dog noises. So they're panda dogs. That'll do. Nice one, Jimmy. Thanks, mate. So we thought that we'd, unveil it on the world, and randomly get reported by NBC in America for some reason. Not even a decent news channel. Fucking, I don't know, CNBC or ABC. Those well-known American news channels. Any
other 3 letters.
We did report it in China, but we don't like our news being spread out into the world, so people don't actually know what happens in our country. So we tend to go for what we can find. So I'm really surprised the Daily Fail didn't pick it up in Britain, but obviously they've got better things to do for some random reason, which is weird for a newspaper that's made up entirely of shit. I suppose dogs don't eat it, to be honest. That's how much shit is in those newspapers, to be quite honest with you. But like I said, they should just got a little cat and painted it with stripes and called it the world's smallest tiger.
That's their next idea, probably. You just ruin their business plans.
Yeah, absolutely. Before I move on, palm reading's a load of shit, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But
Do you
where did that
remember
come from?
people looking at your lines on your hand when you were younger and being like, so this one here means you're going to have 12 children. Ha 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 ha. And this is a money line. No, it's just a crease in my hand. No, this is a money line here. You're going to have lots of, and then there's a swimming pool.
Oh, God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, bullshit. If you clench it to a fist, the lines in your first finger make up how many children you're going to have. Like, no, it doesn't. How many have you got?
Kind of with us for
15.
Fuck off.
Oh, Jamie's got some pregnant again. No, I'm joking.
You must have the smoothest finger in the world.
Dude, I have no creases. I have nothing. No, I have 3 here. How many kids have I got? Fucking none. So, what a load of absolute shit. No, I definitely know that I have 0 children. I'm not hard to find. So, well, actually, with how much I move, I actually am quite difficult to find, to be quite honest with you. The amount of times I fucking move to a different place or country or whatever.
That's a good point.
But I don't know who thought of the concept to be a really good idea. Like, I'm just going to read your palm. If you cross it with silver, I will tell you your fortune. Okay, well, if I got zinc, is that going to be okay? I'm sure zinc will work. It's kind of a silvery color. Like I said silver. Okay, I got pearl. Is that gonna be right? I think it's a 5-year anniversary. I don't fucking know. It's too late to be making jokes, mate. My brain is at like 40%. It's about 38% capacity right now.
That's quite good. Not too bad.
But still, yeah, I just thought palm reading was a load of absolute dog's bollocks.
It is.
But there are all dogs. It's dog's bollocks. You know, may report that on NBC.
Palm reading is dog's bollocks. Hitting news.
Anyway, it's time for Callum's Treaches.
Do you want to know something? Callum will be able to tell you in Callum's Treachings.
Is cereal soup?
Ooh.
Hello, this week's Treachings come from the set of my own podcast, That Gym Couple Podcast, that I host with my partner Lucy, where we discuss all things gyms, fitness, gym anxiety, and a bunch of other stuff in between. If you do have the opportunity to come and check us out at That Gym Couple Podcast on Spotify and YouTube, we'd very much appreciate it.
Give it to me. Give it to all of us. You know you want to. Look how much my hand wants to receive it. What is Callum Treaches this week?
Dr. House would make an amazing Doctor Who.
I've never seen House, but I know of House, and it's Hugh Laurie, and yeah, I reckon he would actually.
Why did you say Hugh Laurie?
Isn't that who plays Doctor House?
Yes. So why didn't he just say that?
I don't know. Maybe it's the character that he plays in House.
Oh, I see.
Doctor Who.
But okay, I can't partake in this because I've watched neither.
I was going to say, have you even seen Doctor Who, let alone House?
No.
I've seen clips from House.
Do you reckon the Doctor Who name came about because they couldn't pronounce the surname?
Possibly.
It was Doctor Who, sorry? That sounds like a good TV show, actually. Thank you for that. So I'm assuming he has some different methodical ways of thinking about things, of how people have got hurt or injured, or to how to save people. Does Doctor Who do? Doctor Who's not even a doctor.
No. If memory serves, House, he likes to crack wise, as the kids say. I don't know if the kids say. I think
wise?
I think the kids in 1920 said that. But he's wisecracking, and yeah, he's quite sarcastic and stuff like that, which Doctor Who can be. So I could see it. I could definitely see it from what I've seen.
I'd love the idea of medicinal Doctor Who, where the Daleks like exterminates, like he needs neurosurgery. We need to get him in quickly. He wants to kill everybody for some reason. This is not good. This is not good. We must do surgery on the brain. We must extinguish this extermination that he is so wildly desires. Yeah, so I don't know. That's the Cyberman. I believe someone I know used to be a Cyberman.
Like what?
In Doctor Who.
Really?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cyberman. My Doctor Who knowledge isn't massive. I've seen bits.
Yeah, I feel like this treat is just bombing because I've not seen either. I forgot House was even a thing.
So did I, to be honest.
So until Hugh Laurie's a legend though.
Hugh
Of the
Laurie's a
highest
legend.
of the highest order.
I will vote for Hugh Laurie to play Doctor Who though. That would be good.
They should get someone really just random to do it. I don't know why. Do you know what I mean? I had what I don't know, like Jack D. Now that I'd watch.
Actually.
That one I'd watch. It's miserable as fuck the entire time.
So they had an angry Scottishman in Peter Capaldi, so
Was he an angry Scottish doctor?
he was quite angry. He
Okay.
didn't really do the Scottish accent, but he was pretty angry.
He didn't do the Scottish accent?
Not really, no.
Is it because they wouldn't fucking understand us?
Probably.
Like Alexa doesn't.
Probably.
I love watching those videos. Watching my fellow countrymen and women and thems getting so pissed off at the fact that Alexa doesn't understand. I watched a video recently of a Scottish lady doing TikTok where it was like talk normally and see how much of this you can understand. But I understood the entire thing. It was like, I don't understand the concept of what this is. It's like, let me know in the comments what I was talking about. You know, like, all right, you're grand. I don't understand this. I don't get it.
Some people don't know. My mom's ex, John, was Scottish and he had the strongest Scottish accent. And like, you know, when you use like the automated telephone lines and things and like Alexa, none of them ever understood him. Yeah, I understood every word he said.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyway, I kind of feel that, sorry, Cal, I feel like we kind of just shit all over that a little bit. So apologies. Let's make it better. Let's make it up to him. What else has Callum teaching us this week?
Superman surely can't have massive muscles, because how would he be able to lift enough that his body wouldn't go into atrophy and he'd lose all his gains? There's just not enough, weight.
Callum's clearly got his gym head on today.
What is atrophy? I don't know what atrophy actually is.
I have no idea. We're not doing well this week, are we?
No, we're not. Should we have a quick... Let's have a little Google of what atrophy is, shall we?
Oh, we're actually going to Google something instead of guessing.
Yeah, I'm not going to guess. Of body tissue or an organ wastes away, especially as a result of degeneration of cells, or become vestigial during evolution.
Maybe if you lift too much weight, it fucks your muscles up.
Gradually in decline in effectiveness or vigor due to underuse or neglect.
Well, it's definitely not underused.
Well, he's not going to be Superman all the time, is he?
No. Plus, I don't think he'd ever get away being Clark Kent if he was really muscly.
Well, no, surely that would be the giveaway, wouldn't it? Just a
Yeah.
hugely buff journalist.
Buff, nerdy journalist.
Yeah, an absolute Trojan in a fucking, works for the global something or other.
Almost.
Daily Globe?
Oh, almost.
No idea.
Daily Planet. Daily Planet. You were so close.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Okay. Daily Planet. What a shit name for a newspaper. Okay. On today's planet, we're going to pick Neptune. On Neptune, the gaseous emissions will kill you as soon as you land, and you can't actually stand on Neptune because you'll fall straight through. I don't know. That sounds like a shit name for a newspaper. But yeah, I imagine he'd have to work out like all the time.
Yeah.
But then if he's throwing cars at people, or throwing shit at people, not literal shit. If he's throwing, I don't know.
Dogs veto. No.
I mean, I guess so. Wouldn't he waste away as he got older? Wouldn't it get worse? Or does he age?
No, I'm sure he does. It's comics, isn't it? So they've never aged him. He just keeps being the same age, and they keep the story going.
Like Simpsons, they never get older. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. This is why we should never late night record, because both our brains are just like, cool, sleep now.
In fairness, we don't know what gains and all that stuff really truly means, and we've never seen House or Doctor Who, so it's not the tiredness. It's
I
just
love how you
lack
always
of
make an
knowledge.
excuse. No matter what, Jamie will never be wrong. It's always everybody else.
Hey, I'm just trying to make us feel better about ourselves. All right.
No, I'm just being realistic, I suppose. Yeah, he'd have to work out what, but then he'd have to eat in proportion to and he'd have to diet and eat properly to what he's working out with as well. So
yeah,
there's so many flaws in Superman now. It's just crazy. It's actually crazy to be that hench.
I suppose the fact that he's powered by the sun, so maybe he just doesn't need to work out.
Oh, okay. He's solar powered.
Yeah.
Where does he
On
keep
it-
them?
On his on his home planet, he was just a normal dude, but Earth's sun gives him extra powers, makes him super strong and stuff.
Oh, dude, that actually makes it that's lame. That's so lame.
You and your hatred of DC.
So he can't work at night then.
Yeah, because it's just in his system in general.
So he's literally just a solar powered unit.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
He could fuel our homes for a month at a time. He costs 56p per unit is what he costs. Oh, but I'm weakened by some random jewel off a planet no one's heard of before.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's always bothered me with the Superman thing is, we've made him too powerful. What can we do to so villains actually have a chance? Brightly coloured rocks.
That'll do. That'll drain all of his
Too nice.
solar energy out of him. I imagine if he needs to charge, so he has to be outside to charge up, wouldn't he?
He does, because I know in one of the comics when he first lands, they put him in like a airtight dark bunker, and he's a withered, frail thing because he's never seen the Earth's sun.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, so he's literally just a solar powered unit. Okay, cool. And what else is lastly, endingly as Callum treats us this week?
It's possible that the only animals that live on all of the continents are humans and penguins.
There's no penguins in Africa, Cal. Come on.
There might be.
Is there? How hot that country is, I doubt that country. Let me start that again. How hot that continent is, I doubt it highly.
Yeah, but if they've got zoos.
They're not going to survive, mate.
They might in the zoo.
Right. Good old trusty friend again. Oh, dear me.
Do African zoos have penguins?
Are there penguins in Africa? I love how Pittsburgh penguins is the first thing that came up. The African... Do you know what? Fuck you, Cal. You're right. The African penguin exists.
Hold on, there's an actual thing called the African penguin. That's even better.
The African penguin, also known as Cape penguin or South African penguin, is a species of penguin confined to South African waters. Like all penguins, it's flightless with a streamlined body and wings stiffened and flattened into flippers from marine habitat.
There we are.
They are massively endangered.
I'm not surprised.
That's insane how penguins have managed to breed everywhere like we have.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say dogs, not penguins.
Dogs get eaten in Asia, though, so they probably don't survive. They're probably endangered there as well. Oh, this dog tastes like shit. Oh, it's because it's dog stuffed with shit. That's blowing my mind. I didn't know there's penguins in Africa. That's some good research done there, Carl. Fair play. That's some good. I wonder where he gets it from sometimes, and how he comes up with these creatures.
Beautiful brain of his.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful. But we know how we got that. We sailed and travelled and did that, so they must have done the same thing. Penguins want to take over the world. Do you remember that joke I made about penguins taking over Ireland? And then a lot of people got very angry about it because the maths was wrong.
Yes.
Maybe the maths isn't so wrong anymore.
Oh,
with how many there is. Yeah, suck on that. Suck on that, haters. Haters. So
the hater's gonna hate.
Yeah, exactly. Callum, mate, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. We fucking ruined your treatings for you, and I'm so sorry. But they were absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm tired because I finished work an hour and 10 minutes ago. I did a job that took me fucking ages before I left. It knackered me out. I think I did a tour of the entire hospital, just trying to find empty beds.
Oh, okay. I love how you walk. You're so funny with how you tell stories. You don't actually give any context till right at the end. So it's always like, oh my God, you'll never guess and believe what happened when I tried to do this. And it's just unbelievable how we just tried to do things. I say, I died. Oh, right. Okay. You could have started with that, right?
No,
it's like drip feed. Go on.
We basically asked one of the porters to find an empty bed for somewhere. So I can't find any anywhere. I was like, oh, I'll go fucking look. Took me ages.
You don't trust him?
No, it's just because I know there's some like places where people don't look. like hidden away and stuff like that, but I know where to look.
The hidden room. What do you mean? There's hidden rooms?
Because they'll get stuck in like corridors where people won't think to look. So I was like, I'll go have a look.
I love the idea that you walk to a hospital bed, pull the drip, and the wall opens up. It's like, ta-da! Like,
There were our beds. I wish it was something like that. Make life a lot easier.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Just like secret rooms that you only use for the patients that you liked or that were, I don't know, on life support or something, where they get their own room to themselves.
That'd be great.
That'd be so cool.
A porter's room of requirement. Oh, great. I realise that's a Harry Potter joke you're probably not going to get.
Nope, I was going to move swiftly on. I had no idea. Like the big like flame torches. They just like pull them and the wall opens up. Like that sort of thing. Why is there a flame torch in a hospital? But pull it and find out. Like that's like a secret bar. But I don't understand having secret bars and secret areas. No. Who knows? Who's going to know about them? They're not so secret, then, are they?
I was going to say, so many people know it's not a secret. Yeah.
You walk into this room and it's like full of washing machines, but it's not actually a laundrette, right? But no one's going to go in there. Does anyone use laundrettes anymore? But like, no one's going to walk in and be like, "Oh, really fancy a cocktail." Oh, well, actually, I've got you covered here, mate. Just open that door, shut it, press that button 4 times, put on a spin cycle, and that'll open up. Oh, it's a hidden bar. The barman's just like, "Don't make any money here. Don't get paid."
It's not a very good business plan, really, is it?
No, it's so fucking dumb. I don't get it. Like, I used to remember Keris getting so excited about places in Barcelona and New York because there'd be like secret bar areas. And I was like, right, why can't it be an actual bar then? Why has it got to be a secret? I just don't get it. I just don't understand. What we'll do, a really good concept here, we'll make it look like a library, but it's not a library. Why just make it a bar then? Oh, no, you've got to give that mystique, haven't you? You've got to make it like special and secret. No, you don't. Oh, keep all that riff-raff out. Oh, fuck off.
Just make it an exclusive club. Like you've got to have membership or something like that if you want to do it.
So dumb. I find it so fucking dumb. Sorry, anyway. You're looking for
needs
beds.
A gimmick.
Looking for beds.
But yeah, it just took me fucking ages to find some, and then I had to cart them all the way across the hospital and then go back and get another one. So yeah.
So you had to do your job. Oh, mate.
I know, it was awful.
Sorry.
I'm not sorry. For that. Hey, I did an actual hospital shift the other day. An actual porter shift was overtime. I did 2 jobs in 8 hours. I was like, I'm going to be knackered. I haven't done one of these shifts in absolutely ages. Nothing going on.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it was great for me, but apart from the fact I was bored.
No, I think it's good for the world that nobody was injured or hurt or needed moving.
Yeah, I was just like, I was expecting to be fully like absolutely knackered because I haven't done one of these shifts in ages. I was like, nice and refreshed. There we are.
Yeah.
I'll have it.
I've never felt like that after work.
No.
So, normally dead.
Other than being tired, I'm all right. You?
Knackered. Absolutely knackered. You'll never fucking guess what I did this morning. My first day off, and I was like, oh my God. I don't have to get... Oh, no, I do have to get up. So I set an alarm for 8:30, thinking, fuck's sake, I wish I could stay in longer, but, I'm excited to see Paul. I'm excited to meet his daughter for the first time. This is going to be great. Hadn't heard from him. And I was like, that's weird. It's like I always hear from him when he's on his way in. So I got into town, got to the bus stop. I was like, I'll meet you at your bus stop. Still didn't reply. I was like, what the fuck? So I rang him a few times and nothing. I was like, this is so confusing. Went to Cafe Nero's, had a walk around, couldn't find him. And went, fuck, what's he doing? Then I looked at my phone. Can't wait to see you Sunday.
Fuck's sake.
It's like, fuck, he's gone back to work. That's why he's not answering his phone.
That'll do it.
I have just got myself up for no fucking reason.
Oh.
I have showered, got sorted, and got into town as fast as I could for 9:30, and it's 9:30 Sunday, not Wednesday. Motherfucker.
And what's worse is you now can't lie in on your other day off because you've got to meet Paul.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
Oh.
It breaks me.
Lucky me.
But I'm such a twat. All he sent me was laughing emojis all the way across. That's all he didn't even say a word. I was like, what a dick. But I got to go pick up some new headphones. So that was the main thing. Got some new headphones for the show. Yes. After the other one snapped on me during the interview on Monday. Well, just before the interview on Monday. But yeah, man, other than that, I'm just bollocks. So I'm going straight to bed after this. So
fair.
We seem to be loving a bit of late night recording at the moment. I don't know why. But what's your week been like, mate?
I'll be honest. I've done absolutely fuck all. I've had one day off.
No
and
way.
I had one day off and I spent most of it working on the vlog. I helped Tony move a sofa for my mom. And then we did the interview. That's pretty much it.
That must have sofa moving is the worst because for some reason it never goes in as smooth as you want it to.
We were quite fortunate. My big brain kicked in because it was a recliner sofa and we couldn't work out how to get it around this corner. And I was like, oh, backs come off recliner sofas. So I managed to move it ages. Like couldn't get the back off. And eventually I found the little thing to get the backs off. So then it was smooth sailing from there. It's just heavy as fuck because it was one of those like metal recliner sofas. So like just lifting it was an absolute ball ache. Didn't help that the person we collected it off, like her son was just sat there in the living room watching us struggle. And I was like, get up and help. I couldn't just sit there and watch people struggle. I was like, offer to help. Be helpful. Go on, I dare you. And he just sat there. I was like,
You don't do confidence. You didn't say anything, did you?
Of course not. I don't know the person. But
Don't matter. I would have been like, sorry, mate, do you want to go down with this? Is that all right? It's a bit heavy.
Fair sat there in his dressing gown. I was like,
don't matter. Don't fucking care.
Oh,
use your penis for all I give a shit. Give us a fucking hand.
Oh, fucking hell. I just, it's not in me to just sit there and watch people struggle. Just get up and help. Like,
but
Jesus,
it's in you to let them sit there and watch you anyway. So
Yeah,
just moan about it afterwards.
Yeah, it's
no,
all right.
No.
Yeah, I'm not rude.
I've been like, no, it's not rude though. Rude's sitting there watching you. That's not. It's not. If you're going, oh, you dickhead, fucking help us out. Yeah, then I get it.
I was tempted. Trust me, I was
But if you're
tempted.
like, sorry, mate, can you give us a hand? This is a bit heavy. To me, it's perfectly normal.
Yeah, I suppose. To be fair, neither me or Tony did that. We probably should have.
That's why you need Tom around.
Yeah,
that's what you need for. I'd be like, mate, can you give me a hand with this? It's fucking heavy. What are you doing?
Yeah, just sat there.
Stop jacking off. Oh, I love watching a man struggle, mate. Oh, Jesus. That's why I'm in my dressing gown only. Fucking hell, you know, I love what. Look at the sweat. Look at his strain in his face. Fuck, I'm going to come already.
Oh, it's this day. Anyway, what have you been up to?
What have I been doing? That's a good question. Rihanna, of course. We interviewed Monday. I went out Saturday night to Cozy Club. That was nice. I went out all day Sunday to Cardiff for the day. Played golf and I won. Went to Eat That Bird. Unbelievable buffalo chicken and all the wings. Thank you very much. And then went to NQ64 for a little bit. Then I came home. Other than that, NFL Sunday, the Steelers won again.
Nice. Good
Beat
roll.
the Chargers 3-0. Best defense in the league right now. We've only conceded like fuck all points. I think it's 26 points. We've conceded 3 games. Fantasy, I'm also 3-0. I'm undefeated. Mate, this is the best I've ever done. So I'm a bit like, this. Hopefully, I can go all the way. But I doubt it.
I was gonna say I don't want to get too excited for you because I don't want to jinx it.
I was literally on Sunday so I had my defense left and he had a wide receiver. So obviously the receiver's going to score more points, clearly. And I was 0.2 of a point ahead of him. And I was like, I'm fucked. Gone. It's gone. His guy caught 1 catch for a touchdown and my defense scored like fuck loads of points. Nice. So it's like, so I'm 3-0. I'm still top.
Yeah.
And I've got, well, it looks like it should be an easy week, but it's never an easy week. So touch wood, wood, we're okay. We're okay. But I've got a lot coming up. So I've got a lot to watch next week, so it'll be good. Was meant to go to my sister's house and completely forgot, which is always a win. They made me my favourite dinner of all time, and my mum came to see me, and I didn't arrive.
Forgot.
Yeah. Em was like, "Where are you?" I was like, "Oh shit, yeah." Whoops. I've now gone out.
Whoops.
Sorry.
Oh,
other than that, mate, it's been catch up with AEW. And not a whole ass of a lot's really been going on.
Yeah.
To be quite honest.
I love how you listed a shitload of things you've done and gone, yeah, not really a lot.
I like being busy though. I like doing stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the way I am. Anyway.
Cool.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Braden from Say We Can Fly. Just letting you know, got a brand new merch store out there.
Please let me say the link. Let me say the link, please.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, you can say the link.
Yes,
all right.
Okay.
So the link for the shop.
So the link for the shop is www.saywecanfly.shop.
All right, good job, Seamus. So www.saywecanfly.shop. 10% off if you use the code.
Oh, let me say the code. Let me say the code, please.
Okay, fine. You can say the code. If you use the code.
The code is The Chronicles.
What? No, it's not.
The Chronicles.
No, it's not. It's The Chronicles, Seamus.
Yeah, that's what I
said. The Chronicles at checkout, all right? You get 10% off.
10% off?
Yes, they know. They know, Seamus. Okay?
I'm just trying to help, all right?
Visit www.saywecanfly.shop and use code The Chronicles for 10% off your order. Available at participating Say We Can Fly restaurants and web stores. Some restrictions may apply, but probably not.
Stop Tom's Journal. And welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal. So, welcome to the Journal. There's so much goodness in here. So much goodness. Like, there's like bits I keep finding and I go, I can't wait to tell Jamie that in 6 weeks' time. There's a couple you shared recently. I was like, no! This is why we don't have weeks off. Anyway, I picked up my mum absolutely steaming. And she said, love, can we get chips? To which I replied, no, we have some in the freezer. Been waiting years to say that.
Yes. That's a little fucking win in life, that is. You'll find them next to the chalk ices.
Oh my God. Scottish Twitter never fails. Ever. Someone has just said to me, do you work at a chippy? Because you make me want to batter my sausage. I'm actually in bits. Why have I never heard that before?
That's great. I like that.
Oh. Good flirts. I'm enjoying getting to know you, and I don't want it to stop. Better flirts. I'm trying so hard not to kiss you right now. Me flirting. Did you know, according to NASA, 1993's Jurassic Park is the 7th most scientifically accurate film ever made?
That would be me.
Of course it would.
I can't flirt to save my fucking life.
And that's why you've been married for so long. This is a shop sign. This really, really made me fucking laugh. I don't know why we've never thought this in the future before. In the future, fucking hell. You can tell it's late, can't you? Sorry, we are closed due to short staff. Someone's put a sign below it saying, we'll hire taller staff then because I need a taco.
Fucking brilliant.
Oh, I thought that was going in your wank bin for fucking scraping the barrel shit.
No, that's fucking great. I can't even say it's scraping the barrel.
Me. Oh, sorry, love. Would you mind just passing me the Washingtonshire sauce? Sorry, the what? The Westminstershire sauce. Are you having a stroke? The Worcestershire sauce.
Why is that something Braden would say?
100%. I love how no American can pronounce Worcestershire at all.
I know.
But mind you, if I looked at that word, I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? It's if anything, I'd call it Worcestershire if I was different somewhere else.
Yeah, I think that's what it looks like, isn't it?
Boss, some people in this office have told me that they don't think that you like them. Me. Oh, sorry. It's just my face. Boss. Oh, okay. Me. And also, I really don't like them.
I've never understood that thing where everyone seems to think you should like everyone you work with. No.
Yeah, there's always one dick in there.
Yeah, well.
On the theme of bosses, this really fucking made me laugh. Boss, so you know why I called you in here, right? Me. Oh, yeah. It's because I accidentally hit that dick pic, isn't it? Boss stops pouring 2 glasses of wine. Accidentally.
That's not where I saw that going.
Oh, so good. Oh, so funny. Jamie,
Yes.
so for future reference, when the vocalist of a band flirts with you, reject him. Flirt with the bassist instead. Now you've challenged the entire hierarchy. They're all confused. Chaos ensues. You've broken the system. Oh. So, I was thinking about you today. What the fuck? We haven't talked in months. I know, which is what I wanted to ask, and please don't be offended. But are you manifesting me? I'm sorry, what? Manifesting. The witchy woo-woo stuff.
Witchy woo-woo stuff.
Oh.
I like that.
So, for all you people out there that have ever failed a driving test, if you felt shit about failing your driving test, just listen to these stories. I went over a speed bump so fast the examiner hit his head on the car roof. Another one said, I tried reversing on a roundabout. One, I failed when they asked me to read the number plate. Someone stopped at a green light. Someone wound their window down and shouted, hurry the fuck up at a pedestrian in the middle of the road. And finally, I didn't even get to leave the test centre. She said, reverse Bay Park. I got so nervous I crashed into the wall, fainted, and it took me 4 minutes.
I don't think I was doing my lessons. The instructor told me a story about a guy who failed because as they were leaving the test center, he turned around to the guy doing the examiner and went, "Is everything clear? Am I okay to go?" I hadn't even left the test center yet. Okay.
Oh. I mean, I can see why. It's obviously just nervousness, isn't it?
Yeah.
But obviously, you make that own decision yourself, don't you? I'll give you a couple more. Do you remember watching Art Attack? And Neil Buchanan would be like, you'll need this, that, and some of this. Like my house was fucking B&Q.
Yes. The amount of times I'm like, you need this, this, and this, like they're going to be in the house. I'm like, I have none of those things. I might have some paper.
Did you ever do anything off the kids' TV shows like Blue Peter or anything like that? I never did.
I did some things out of like magazines, and like the back is like, you can make this, but I don't remember ever making anything from the TV shows. You know?
You couldn't pause TV back then, so you'd be like,
No, I was
fuck,
gonna
fuck,
say, yeah.
shit, ah.
It's like even the kids' versions now, they've got Mr. Maker, is basically like the current version of Art Attack, and he's just like, it's a minute make, you need this, this, and this. I'm like, they need time to get this shit. What are you doing?
You can pause TV now, though, so.
Well,
And finally, that meme where the husband and wife are in bed together, it's like, I bet he's thinking about other women.
yeah.
Me. 50% of Roger Federer's name is ER.
Look, it is. Shit, that's
Roger,
yeah.
ER, Fed, ER.
Oh, yeah, fucking hell. I wonder if he's even ever worked that out.
I don't know, but what I will say is that was another edition of Tom's Journal.
That was glorious. No barrel scraping this week.
you.
All gold. All gold.
It's been strong, I'll be honest. But then again, what I think is strong, you go, fuck me. So
Yeah, but sometimes you know they're barrel scrapers. You can tell by the look on your face.
this is very true.
It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, you know, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com. Mr. Stevens, me, Mr. Stevens, me.
What was that?
Who let the dogs out?
Of course it was. Of course it fucking was. I just thought, because obviously in aid of it being defects this week. So when you're done, Jamie, chasing the sun, you will soon see what you are. What's Jamie? There's no escape, Jamie, there's nowhere to run.
I like that. It's audience participation time.
So when you're done participating, you will soon see what a bitch you are. There's no escape from participating. This life you've lived, you're a bitch. Participate, motherfucker, so participate. You're a motherfucking bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to participate in Jamie's participation challenge. Well, if Tony ever needs a rest.
November 4th. That's me on stage for any days.
This week, I said, we all try to be good for our parents. Well, most of us. Regardless, sometimes a punishment is needed. So this week, we are asking, what's the weirdest punishment you were given by a parent? What say you, Mr. Stevens?
So I don't think I've ever had one, but did you notice what my dad said?
Yes, I did.
He tried to catch me out, motherfucker.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were going to respond or if you're waiting for on here to respond.
So I wasn't going to. I meant to say nice. I meant to write "nice try, Dad. Nice try" is what I meant to write, and I completely forgot to reply. But from the top of my head, I can't actually remember any weird punishments I've ever had. As far as I remember, no.
I was a pretty good kid. I never really needed to be punished.
Yeah, bullshit.
I was. You asked my mom, she was always like, you were the golden child, your sister was a shit. She says it all the time to me. But the one punishment I do remember, because I never went out, I didn't really have any friends or anything like that. My punishment was I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers for a week. I was fucking devastated. Oh,
Yeah, I think mine was sort of similar. Like I couldn't watch TV or something, or I couldn't listen to music or something like that.
Yeah, cut me deep. Should we get some audience answers?
Yeah, let's do it, because I, for the life of me, can't think of anything. But my dad generally did try and catch me out. Bastard.
Gemma Williams. I swore once as a kid, and my mom literally grated a bar of soap across my teeth. My teeth was a grater. I was blowing bubbles for days, but fuck, it clearly worked. Oh, no. No. Just, it's a word. You don't need to...
It's not dangerous.
Probably. I've never understood. I'm guessing it's a dirty word, so you've got to clean your mouth. But no, it's just a word. Don't put soap in people's mouths. It's weird. Chris Fogg. My mum was generally completely outrageous and OTT. One time she went in a mood with me because I wouldn't go shopping with her because I had to work late the previous night and again that night a few hours later. So she cut my Sky TV aerial. That was fed upstairs to my room, not realizing it also worked in the main TV in the front room. Instant karma. Jojo says, they never caught me, so I suffered no punishment. I mean, I was a little angel, I did no wrong.
Nice.
Yeah, we all know that. Josh Clark, my mom would take the keyboard from my computer, so I'd just be left with the mouse and would have to copy and paste letters to create MSN messages like, no keyboard.
Oh no.
That's fucking brilliant. Avocado on TikTok says, I got grounded once and I was put in the attic because all my electronic devices were in my bedroom. Wow.
Jesus.
That's one way to keep you away from your stuff.
Yeah, tell me, right?
This is pure evil and slightly genius all at the same time. The name on TikTok is me. It's not actually me, it's me. I had to pair up the odd socks. All odd socks went in a bag and we weren't allowed to do anything until the bag was empty. Worst part was, my mom deliberately put socks in there, which the other one had been thrown away because it had holes in it. So me and my siblings would be spending days crying because we couldn't find the other sock, and my mom would just say, bag's not empty. Mean.
Unreal.
Mean. Naomi Logan. My dad removed the cables from my 90s tech. Literally cut the plug off my keyboard. I can't remember what I did, but I just remember the punishment. Lots of damaging of people's lives.
Yeah, I was going to say, but like, you have to get another one.
This, again, is fucking brilliant. Kay Brooks. When I was young and I didn't want to read my books, the TV went on mute and the subtitles went on. I'm not sure if it's a punishment, but it's genius. It's one way to make you read.
Yeah.
Nathan Benham. This hurt me to read. When I was caught smoking at 14, my dad got me to smoke 5 in a row. Oh!
That's what you do.
Oh!
I bet it worked.
Made me feel physically sick when I read that one. And last but not actually, no, sorry, 2 more. Joe Smith. Nothing really. I was only grounded once. My mum's look was enough to make me shit myself. As I know that lady, I can vouch. Yes, it is enough to make you shit yourself even as an adult. And last but not least, Jordan Slade. This is heartbreaking. I killed a worm when I was a kid. And my mum said that I basically killed my nan because she was reincarnated into a worm after she had died. And that I basically killed her again. I have never killed or harmed a bug ever since. Wow. That's something.
Yeah, I mean, is killing bugs an issue?
Didn't think so, but I guess it kind of is.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, it's really brutal.
That is brutal. We thank you to everyone that participated in Jamie's challenge again this week. We also, let me start that again. We absolutely really appreciate that everyone that participates in Jamie's challenge every single week. So thank you so much for dropping your answers once again. Make sure you get involved for next week's edition. But if you enjoy Jamie's challenge, Tom's journal, Callum's treat tunes, the fucking wonderful interviews that we seem to be bashing out in the weekly, and are they at that again? I mean, don't know what we're going to do about it. Then you enjoy the other 143 editions, wherever you get your podcast from. I can't remember what number we're on. Because I don't introduce the show anymore, I'm like,
no, you're right. This is 144. You're right.
Yeah, nice. Wherever you get your podcast from, it's Spotify, Google, or Apple. Make sure that you come and find us in the 2 most important areas. All social media at TCO Pod, and on YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. So follow us on all social media at TCO Pod, and make sure you come and subscribe to us on YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Hit that bell to get notified when new videos are released, and comment to your heart's content. It's the most important thing you can do out this whole entire thing. Make sure you're doing it right now. Before we do get out of here, Jamie wants to say a few things.
Yeah, I do. I want to say a massive thank you to a few of our friends. Every piece of music you heard on today's edition was brought to you by the wonderful singer-songwriter Matt Roberts. Go check him out all social medias at Matt Roberts Music. Go follow him on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your music from. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to Mr. Braden Barry and his Say We Can Fly. Head to www.saywecanfly.shop. See what you like the look of, a piece of apparel, signed lyrics, a CD, a vinyl, whatever it is, add it to your basket. Put in that discount code, The Chronicles, and get 10% off your order. And last but not least, a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere, and I mean everywhere. It has been an incredible week for the foundation. They have been granted a wonderful grant from the National Lottery, which is going to span over 3 years to help them carry on spreading that incredible message so we can indeed Do what it says there. Stamp out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. A massive congratulations to the foundation. I have been working relentlessly this week so we can bring you this year's Bloodstock Sophie Lancaster vlog, so it will be with you very soon. But if you're unfamiliar with the story, head to sophielancasterfoundation.com, familiarise yourself with that story, share that message out with the world. And last but not least, massive thank you to this handsome devil.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Another glorious addition in the bag, Jamie.
Another glorious addition indeed.
Tony, Luke, and Harry, thank you so much for joining us once again. It was absolutely wonderful to talk all things defects, all things modern era, and everything coming up. Make sure you get your tickets for the shows at the end of October and the beginning of November. You need to do not be missing out on this. I'll tell you that right now. And make sure you go and blast and stream Modern Era wherever you get your music from as well, because the album from front to back is unbelievable. But Jamie, as for this week, we will see all of you next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta. Bye.